right, and are we rolling? I still have an error when I try to press that record button, so I will have to solve it later. So hey everyone, welcome back to the next exciting chapter of the Song of the Wilds.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us take a break last week where we all decided to just screw around playing Among Us and Jackbox games. Honestly, we needed the break, honestly, but we are now back on track. We are back on the story. I hope you all remember what happened 2 sessions ago. As always...
yeah, but for all those who are tuning in first,
you are fucked.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But then again, but not all hope is lost because every single canon episode of Song of the Wilds is uploaded on YouTube, so you can literally watch everything there. That being said,
it's all good. We punched God. It was fine.
You punched God. It was fine.
God punched back. Ouch.
That being
Fuck
said,
you, Nord.
Fuck you, Nord. I just want that on a shirt. Just Beastmaster just going,
you Nord.
just kind of up and to the left a bit. And for some reason, my light turned off on my desk. What the hell? What happened?
Yeah, it's straight anyway.
Oh, there's the problem. Okay, there we go. Lights back on. Okay, so anywho, my name is Evan. I am your dungeon master for this campaign. I started this back in May, and we've been able to run it consistently once a week, every week, with some exceptions here and there due to special circumstances. But every Sunday at 7, we always get around and we make fools of ourselves here. And all of these people here are my good and faithful players to the game, with a couple faces here being guest appearances and or audience members who just wanted to kind of hang out with us and get the most up-to-date scoop on everything. That being said, though, before we get started, I would like to, as always, open up this to some announcements anyone might have. That being said, though, I would just like to make just a small little updated rule when it comes to making announcements. Try to restrict your announcements to new things that are happening. If you're wanting to, once again, just promote things that you've already promoted 4 episodes ago, I think it's safe to say that people have gotten the idea since then. But if you but for example, if you have like new merch in your stores that you just like put in, yeah, hell yeah, talk about that shit. That being said, though, does anyone have any announcements that they would like to make?
Dumb question. What if we pay you for sponsorship? Then can we just say the same damn thing over and over again?
That's different.
Because God knows how many times I've heard stuff about you.
Talk to me after the session. We'll discuss this.
Yeah, because
none of us are sponsored by you, Troy.
Advertisement.
Yeah.
I just wear it, and I just got my new holiday mug.
Yeah, Josh, actually, you don't really need to do anything. You just need to like be there, and you are the billboard. Are there
merch.streamelements.com/JoshTheHuman.
Okay, something like that I will allow. Something short. Okay, but are there any other little announcements that anyone might have?
I guess I can start since I said I was going to do something special for today.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Oh, God. Okay, someone count down to 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, God. Ta-da!
Oh!
Queen!
A literal queen right there. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So cute.
So I have that hard eyes emoji going on right now. I just can't see it.
That's what we in the biz like to call a poggers moment.
We can officially say that our good friend Izzy has done the very first Song of the Wilds cosplay.
No, I did. No, actually, Davina, I did. Because I've been cosplaying her for over a year now.
Solid point.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I was technically the first one to wear mine on the stream.
Yes, that is true.
Do you remember what episode that was? Because I cannot remember that.
Oh,
It was really.
I think it was early.
You said that if I did it, you would give me advantage, and I fucking did it.
That is something I would say, yeah.
That's a
Yeah, does Izzy get advantage for wearing her cosplay?
You know
At
what?
least
Considering this,
inspiration.
I should be fair for this. Dizzy, your next role of your choice.
Dizzy.
I mean,
Izzy. Izzy.
Just do character names at this point.
Izzy. You know what? Screw it. I'm just calling you Mistral. Mistral. You will be given special advantage by the DM, and whatever your next roll is, whatever your next check or saving throw is, will have that advantage. Are there any other little announcements that need to be made?
I also have a box.
She does have
A box!
Oh,
And there's a fox
Well,
on
yeah,
the box.
in the box.
I thought the fox looked like the drawing that's on the side.
It is really freaking cute.
It's adorable.
So
Now, what does it say?
This? Oh god, I need a knife.
You're saying you didn't pre-open it?
Who gave Mistral?
Prepare
a knife?
yourselves, everyone, for the very first Song of the Wild's unboxing video.
Done by
Flash murder.
Done by,
I mean,
done
Please
by
don't
the
cut
TikTok
yourself.
Famous Izzy cosplay.
Yeah, it's famous.
Look at this.
She is the most
immaculate-
famous person here, right?
Yeah, she
Technically?
has the most
Yeah.
followers, I think.
Look
Yeah.
at this immaculate queen.
I know, right?
Yep.
Can we talk about how hot Izzy is for like 1 second? Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
get it, girl.
He
Hot.
makes
Okay,
up the
second
majority of my friends are pretty save compilation on Instagram.
So cute. Wait, there's so much plastic. I need a knife again. Where'd my knife go?
Get your Kenny Faye.
It's actually a dagger, so like
Oh,
works.
Nice.
so appropriate
It-
for Mistral.
It's Sting. It's Sting.
Be careful with it, or else it will.
Yeah, Izzy has almost exactly 4,000 more followers than me.
Shit.
Got that for you, Izzy.
That is a big
I
follow.
wonder who. I wonder who the cute, adorable one that always shows up for every single stream.
Aw.
Oh,
Has anybody guessed it yet? Do we have a guess? You know, Carly, everybody's arranged differently, so I can't tell where you're pointing. Or you could say a name.
Kiara.
Yes!
I thought it was appropriate since she got Mistral technically got the griffin, so
I got a griffin!
You got fire fur.
Okay, Izzy, I hate to take your thunder, but do y'all want me to go pop on my Davina wig?
I mean, if you want, it's
Do
only
it.
it's the holiday episode.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh yeah, that is another little announcement of itself. You could officially say that this is our official Christmas episode of Song of the Wilds.
no, we're gonna have one like the week after Christmas.
Yeah, we're also gonna have one the week after Christmas as well. So,
Does this mean like B. Arthur is gonna show up and Jefferson Starship is
What
gonna
the
play and
fuck?
stuff like that?
oh right, your wigs are in there.
I like your Moonchild shirt, Carly.
She likes Liam likes your Moonchild shirt.
Thank you. I got it for $5 from Killstar. You can
Nice.
buy this exact sweater on Killstar.com. It's where I get almost all of my shit.
We are not paid for this promotion.
Nope.
Troy could technically promote himself.
Use the code.
But
Use the code Green
Already
Orb to
did.
get 15% off your next
I'm
purchase.
here for it.
So you said this is a holiday episode? That means you have cosplayer
well, unfortunately, I
characters?
don't have anything holiday themed for this. It's still just going to be the normal story of Song of the Wilds, though this could still be considered the actual Christmas episode of Song of the Wilds, considering the exact time it takes place. Because literally 5 days from now is the day that Jesus invented reindeer-propelled flight.
So I must say, I could do my Count Marcus cosplay right now. Watch this.
Oh, I got
And a fat cookie loving CIA agent hops into our bedrooms and gives us presents.
Well, I was gonna say we're gonna put
No,
on
I'm
a
cosplayed.
virtual reality machine and Diane Carroll's gonna try to seduce us.
Mind me.
Oh!
Why not?
Oh, I
Anybody
don't
like-
need to hear that.
I
Why?
need to hear what?
Though in our other
Putting on
D&D
a VR
campaign,
machine
we
and
are
having
literally
Diane Carroll
fighting
seduce
Santa
you.
on Thursday.
Star Wars Holiday Special.
Why not?
And not the new one they made in the Lego verse, the original.
Right, the Lego one.
The old one.
That was a weird announcement. I wasn't expecting that.
You can
at
now
all.
officially say the older Star Wars
Yeah,
Holiday
the old
Special.
holiday special.
That is a phrase I never thought I would hear or say.
I don't know. Knowing Jon Favreau, it didn't surprise me that much.
Oh
The
my
B.
God.
Arthur special, let's just call it that.
By the way, in relation to that, just to kind of point out there, because we're still kind of waiting for a couple people to join us so we can afford to spend a little bit. Yeah, Leah said is on her way. There's that new meme I found for those who have been watching Mandalorian. The top one is a picture of J.J. Abrams going, like, there's no way that you can create, like, a Star Wars universe that can also appeal to the original fan base.
Yep.
And then suddenly the picture right below is Jon Favreau going, hold my beer.
That's funny.
That was so good.
Pretty much.
Bet you what?
I still would have gone a different way with that reveal. I really like the finale, but I would have done.
Don't
things-
say
Just-
another word. Not all of us have
We
caught up
will
yet.
force choke you through the screen like
I
Darth
didn't
Vader.
say anything. I'm just saying I would have done a couple things differently.
Not all of us have caught up yet.
You are filled
All
us
I'm
with
saying is that
You are
Ultimate
spoiled
Marvel
things
vs.
about
Capcom 3 is a good game. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and in other news, water's wet.
And thus what happens right at the end is Snape kills Dumbledore. Anywho, moving on.
Yes.
The end.
Fucking rude.
All right.
Fucking rude.
I love you, baby. Get back to your chair. Quit tossing your hair.
Get out of the DM chamber.
Get out of the DM chamber.
You mean the creepy goth man that loved Harry's mom and abused him for 7 years is the one that kills Dumbledore, right? Gotcha. Cool.
Yes.
There's a T-shirt for you.
Really?
There's a T-shirt. Get out of the DM chamber.
Get
All
Why?
right.
That's what I call my. That's what I call my insert white card here.
I'm so gonna get her back for that.
Probably will.
All right. Anywho, we got to get back on track here. Does anyone have any
Yes.
other announcements?
I have one more. Because I have to go get pizza bagels.
Well, we will get
Oh,
right
yeah.
back to you, Mistral, because you kind of already went. Let's go to Fawnberry here. You said that you had an announcement.
My TikTok
Uh,
doll, y'all. She's so cute.
I'm gonna be in Florida in 2 weeks. That's not really an announcement, it's just random. So if I'm like in a different setup, that's
Hey, you're still going to be
Oh,
having
guys.
fun down there. So, yeah.
it.
That's exciting.
Actually, I technically have one.
Yes.
Sorry. So tomorrow I get my first shot of the COVID vaccine. Hospital work.
Wow.
Congrats.
Yeah, hospital
Microchips.
workers are getting like first...
Microchips.
we
Dude, we already have cell phones and driver's licenses. That's all the microchips they need on us.
Yeah.
Oh god, the iPhone alone will reveal like your life story more than Forrest Gump. All right, so we don't need chips. We will not get chips.
Yeah, and it'll reveal more about your life story and rewrite less Black history.
Oh well, touche.
So do you guys want to hear the cool
Whoa! Hold on. We just got like a waterfall of things here. Patchwork Angel, my
Whoa.
friend Liz, has gifted 5 different subscriptions to
We love you, Liz.
to
Wow.
Vurai, Mad Mojo 138, Eric Jaws Photo, who we all know and love,
Yeah, right.
Meswit, and the first Fa. And then she
Oh,
just goes
Meswit.
tee hee.
That's me.
I love
me
her.
beef.
Liz is one of my favorite people. Yeah, so guys, the cool thing about this wig, I don't know if you could see it, but I actually interwove feathers into it.
Nice.
Very
Pretty
nice. Anyway, to move it back to Kira, did you just
Yeah.
said that you got the vaccine? Was there anything else to that, or was that it?
Nope, I'm getting it tomorrow, and that's about it. So I will let y'all know how bad my arm hurts.
Oh, it will be itch me.
Oh, I know.
HPV hurts me so bad.
It's
because
an
I'm really
Annika.
sensitive, and it gives me a bruise that looks like I got punched.
Oh yeah, no.
It fucking sucks for me.
Oh,
Thank
hey,
you,
babe.
Dixie, for actually
Hi,
administering
babe. Welcome.
vaccines.
Hi, Leah.
All right, so Lee, if you haven't noticed, some of us just happened to decide to join the session in cosplay.
Yeah,
decided
my
because
hair's
I
down.
was like, I don't want to steal Izzy's thunder, but she's making me really want to put on my my Davina wig.
Mine would be a whole day of prep work to get Arios.
I could grab
feel you.
Marcus's sword and put it right here, and I can put my fingerless gloves on. I can put some.
Kira, you can put on your horns.
They're at mom's. I'm not there.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sadly, I cannot give myself robotic parts.
That's what really cool body painting is for.
Or you can get yourself like a giant eagle head. Like a giant rubber eagle head.
Yeah, just bring Yip back for a session.
Right.
Oh.
That's rough.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Moving on. Does anyone else have any other little announcements that they would like to say?
I had one more.
Okay, go for it.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, Mistral.
Mistral?
Izzy,
I thought Kira said she had one more.
yeah, I thought I heard her say that too. But
Kira,
Nope.
did you?
Izzy
Okay.
had one more.
What?
No, Kira does not have one more.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, McLean produced a song that came out today, and by her cousin, and is really, really good. I've been posting it on my Instagram story, but if you don't want to go look at my Instagram story, that's fine. Just go to YouTube and find Mondo at MONDEAUX. It's called When You Come Home. It is a beautiful song. It is wonderful. They've been working on it for like the past months. And I mean, I don't know how long Mondo's been working on the actual lyrics of everything, but they've been working hard to getting out his album. And currently they're just releasing tracks every few weeks. So go listen to the song. Pressure him to get a TikTok so that he can promote himself more. Because I cannot believe that TikTok is a real thing. So go listen to it because it's really, really good and it made me cry.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I listened to it earlier. It's fantastic.
It's so good. It's so good.
Alrighty. Are there any other little announcements to be had?
I have pizza bagels.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm Santa.
Yay! Santa! I know him. I know him. You dyed your
Ho, ho, ho's at. Ha ha.
Wait, you're not Santa. Zip. Beastmaster.
You're not Santa. You smell like ham. Jeez, Santa.
And he would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your meddling.
You
DMs.
smell like cut grass and pine trees. You don't smell like Santa.
Ooh.
You smell like actual
What
what?
I'm about.
I guess for an announcement for me, I uploaded a new sketch on my TikTok.
Yeah.
Nice. We will definitely take a look at that. All right. If there are no more announcements, then let us begin with the Song of the Wilds, chapter. What number are we at now? 33.
Wow.
Dear Lord, chapter 33, The Investigation.
Boom, boom, ba-doo.
Here you go.
Once again, I would like to thank Panzer Dragoon for providing the music. Where we last left off our group of intrepid hunter warriors, simply known as D. After finally returning home from a very frightful mission where while they did not vanquish White Fang, they actually were able to find a way to set him free from his corruption in a daring crack plan by Pelostris himself. They were actually able to purify, for the first time, one of the monsters that had been infected by this savage plague. With victory and some new friends, some that had to sadly leave the group, they returned back home to Acheron, where they saw on a public display the Grand Master of the Greyblades, Volthric, be publicly humiliated by the king himself a mighty Goliath named Lord Gahoon. And it was Lord Gahoon who proclaimed that the Greyblades would no longer be acting as a single entity to help stem the tide against the savage forces of nature, and they would instead be sharing their resources with an entirely different organization called the Sanctum. It was after learning about this information that Group D re-entered the headquarters to get some much-needed R&R after their most recent mission, and it was here that they met a wandering warrior simply known as Count Marcus. And Count Marcus gave them a proposition, and he would ask for their assistance to help in an investigation against the Sanctum itself, saying that they were not to be trusted. It was at this moment that a veritable cornucopia of animals suddenly appeared. Eden's fox, the orb, a little white dove that came out of Atarax's pendant, and then in response to this, a small black crow came out of Count Marcus's pendant as well in response to this. It was definitely quite a colorful display in of itself. And that, dear friends, is where we leave off today. So,
First thing, I'm giving the bag holding to Atarax. Like, you take care of this.
Yay! And then Davina looks and she's like, you know, that makes a lot more sense considering the fact that you are quite larger.
I mean, what's another 500 pounds?
well, if we're gonna get technical here, no matter what you put in the bag of holding, the weight does not change for you.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think the weight changes.
I've never carried this. This is amazing.
The weight doesn't change, but it can hold up to 400 pounds. But it still feels like
it can hold half a yo mama.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Get psychic damage on that one
already.
But yeah, try to think of it less like a bag and more like the bag is basically the TARDIS.
It weighs 15 pounds. I'm
bigger on the
Bigger
inside.
on the inside.
It's way bigger on the inside. That being said, you find yourselves all sitting at the same tavern table on the mezzanine level of Greyblade's headquarters. And to remind you all of what's happening, all of your, for lack of a better phrase, animal familiars are now just basically having a party on the table. The owlbear, the fox, a dove, a crow. Firefur is like standing behind Mistral just watching everything. And if you all remember, while all of these other guys are basically Pokemon sized, Firefur's the size of a freaking elephant. And he is just taking up all the space in that part of the room. A bunch of the other Greyblades in the tavern are like instinctively pulling out weapons and spears like, what the fuck is that thing?
Meanwhile, Logan's just sitting there with like his food in front of him and like his cup of meat. Just looks over and just goes,
meh. By the way, for those of you
Davina's like, no, wait. It's cool. They're their pets. It's fine.
This is my child. Leave me.
Davina, can you roll a persuasion check?
Yep.
By the way, while she does that, for anyone watching, Josh's character Logan does canonically exist in Song of the Wilds, but he's kind of there like Statler and Waldorf, just basically giving commentary to everything.
I got a 16.
Okay, 16. That actually does work. The Greyblades, seeing Davina first, as well as the rest of your team, who is acting like this is an everyday occurrence for you guys, they all just kind of like nervously look at each other, and then they slowly put their weapons down. Now, Davina, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, that's a good roll. Perception, you said?
Yes.
I got a dirty 20.
All right. While a bunch of the guards have started putting their weapons down, you spot one of the Greyblades whisper to another hunter, and you can tell with your because you rolled a freaking 20, you basically heard him say, "Get Volthric." And you see this one Greyblade basically run off.
Wait, what did he say to him?
Get Volthric. because I would just like to point something out for you guys. This is the first time that any of the other Greyblades have seen all of your animal spirits and familiars and whatnot just manifest, like, in front of everyone. Like, the fox is kind of forgivable because we have all seen him go in and out of the bag. Literally, an orb that turns into an owlbear, and 2 birds that come out of necklaces, and a giant black and orange griffin that just manifested out of fire. It's a little shocking.
I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna say, we weren't doing any harm.
Roll me an initiative check.
Okay. Oh, that's not so good. I got so many rolls I'm doing, like, so early. Give me 1 second. I was not prepared. 7?
Yeah, unfortunately, he's long gone down the hall. You missed him. He's getting Volthric now. That being said...
Wouldn't it be hilarious if we were able to pocket all these animals right before Vulture actually arrives? It's like the party disappeared. Can anyone return your Pokemon?
I mean, essentially, the owlbear is a Pokemon.
Both the owlbear and Axel just kind of like chirp and look up at Eden. The owlbear. Well, first off, Axel just effortlessly like swan dives into the bag. The owlbear. Give me just a moment. Fuck no. The owlbear.
That's your own fault.
Ooh, that's not good. That was a 3. The owlbear has to tip over the bag and is struggling to crawl inside it, but unfortunately its rear is sticking out like in the style of Winnie the Pooh in like the window of Rabbit's house. And that's when you all notice that ever since you guys got back after cleansing Whitefang, the owlbear has grown. Like just a little bit.
They grow
Can I just
up
grab
so
the bag
fast.
and push?
Okay, Arios, give me a strength check.
I was already doing gonna bap him on the butt and be like.
Okay, okay, here's what we'll do. We're actually gonna because the orb imprinted more with Eden, we're gonna have you roll a strength check, but because Arios is doing that, Eden, you're gonna roll with advantage.
Plus
Where's this open? There you go.
20.
A nat 20?
Oh, nat 20. You can't go any higher than that.
No, you don't need advantage then. Through the efforts of both Eden, with a little bit of extra oomph from Arios, Eden, you are able to perfectly, like, squeeze the owlbear into the bag, and while you're doing that, it seems to get the message that, oh, maybe I need to go back into orb form. So it does.
Good. Thank you, friends.
That being said, though, by that time, that one Greyblade that you all saw run off runs back, clearly looking out of breath, and he looks at everyone at the table here, Count Marcus included, and he just simply says, Squad D, Master Volthric requires your presence.
Son of a bitch!
I wonder why.
Everyone looks at Arios, who's known as, like, the cleric, like, pastor of the Greyblades, and hearing him curse like that is kind of a shock to everyone.
Yeah, I thought you said Arios, and I got
He
very...
did say Arios, and I'm gonna say,
Atarax.
wait, hold on, Arios.
I hate all of your names.
That's a mood.
You allowed them.
I did allow them, but after 33 episodes.
Yeah, you know, after 33 episodes, you would think that you would have it down.
Yeah. So like, he has to know all of our actual names plus.
Davina, you're rolling with disadvantage next roll.
That's fair.
I love how you just like own up to it. That's like my favorite comedy. Anywho, so oh, I didn't know this song had lyrics. Now we gotta go instrumental here. Here we go. So yeah, Group D, you've been addressed by the Greyblade Hunter here that Master Volthric wishes to see you all. Do you all just immediately proceed, or do you all want to be dicks and just kind of leave him hanging?
I feel like we'd get in trouble if we did anything otherwise.
You know what? Why don't y'all go ahead and see what the big man has to say? I'll catch up with y'all in a little bit.
That's when the guard says, you as well, sir. He wishes to know about you too.
Excuse me? I don't even work here.
Don't matter. Wait.
Count
don't even
Marcus,
go
maybe
here.
you should you should come with us. You don't really want to get on his bad side.
I've heard the man, but alright, fair enough. Before we go, can I get 3 shots of cinnamon whiskey?
And you hear Gertrude from the other side of the bar going, coming right up, darling.
Oh God.
Marcus busts out a flask.
I just hope it's just like regular whiskey that they just take like a cinnamon stick. They just like stir it once and they're like, here you go.
Fuck it, why not? It's Marcus.
Yeah, actually, that is exactly what they do. So Count Marcus, you are given like a small tray with 3 little steel shot glasses, each of them with just normal whiskey, but a cinnamon stick in each of them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Marcus will obviously take the sticks out, maybe like one, and then pours 2 shots into the flask, caps it, pockets it, takes the 3rd.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
All right. A lot of you already know the way, and the Grey Blades here basically know that you guys don't need an escort. You all know where the office is. Count Marcus, since this is unfamiliar territory for you, I will go ahead and describe this again. The headquarters of the Grey Blades is very much structured like a giant square building that is open in the middle, which is the courtyard. It's basically like a giant square-shaped donut of multiple floors. We're talking like 3 floors up, and then you guys basically go to the hallways all the way to the back of the building, and then there's actually a 4th floor there. However, this 4th floor only takes up this side of the building, and then that 4th floor is Volthric's chambers. As you walk through the hallways, this place seems very much like very high-class military barracks. A lot of it is dorm rooms, armories, there's a library here, there's a bunch of training rooms. This is a place very much for the housing and the upkeep of warriors. Yes, Atarax.
Before we get to Volthric's office, I'm drinking that potion of snake charming you gave us. Or snake tongue.
When did I give you that?
Oh shit! Like 4 episodes ago.
No, it was more than that.
It was before we did Poe's arc, or during it, I think.
Holy crap!
Oh my
god. Talk about Chekhov's snake charm potion.
And this is why we write down your inventory, so you can pull shit like this on the DM. Oh man, I remember that. I remember you got this in preparation to do Polo's arc, to deal with Green Eye.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, anywho.
And then never used any of it.
Yeah, because we're so strong.
I have so many custom items in my inventory, it's not even funny.
Okay, so, as you walk up the stairs to this little 4th floor, which is the office, Count Marcus, you see that the architecture here has gotten way more high class. There's like plush red carpeting in the middle of the floor that takes you down this hallway. And down this hallway, you see these marble statues of what look like past exemplary warriors of the Grey Blades themselves. And at the end of this hallway is a massive set of red wooden double doors. We're talking like Notre Dame size. These doors are huge.
Rest in peace, Notre Dame.
Marcus just kind of laughs to himself and shakes his head. If I
As
didn't know the guy, I would think he's compensating for something.
As you approach the doors, they slowly open, and you are met with this immaculately white room. By the way, I only just now realized the perfect comparison to what Volthric's office looks like. How many of you have played specifically Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories? It looks like a room out of the inside of Castle Oblivion, where it's just like everything is white. It is
Cool.
white. It is white marble, ivory. Like, it is that kind of aesthetic.
So basically, heaven and supernatural.
No, worse.
Well, no, but like literally everything's white. If you look at like the
More
office
sterile.
during the Leviathan arc, like that office was just white.
Yeah, but that's not how that.
You guys want me to break Evan?
No.
Why?
Yeah, we just started.
Not yet.
Well, goodbye. No, not goodbye. When I get out, I'll find you, and we're gonna be friends for real.
You're mean.
You get
for some
double
reason I was thinking
disadvantage
you were-
now.
Wow.
You now have to roll
It's just
3
automatically
times.
a nat 1.
It's an automatic.
If you go
nap.
unconscious, you already feel death safe. You already lose one.
Just one rock falls, and it just lands right on Davina.
Can we talk to our giant boss now, please?
Yes. The doors open, and you see before you this immaculately white office like something out of Castle Oblivion. And Count Marcus, you see for the first time this giant of a man sitting at this very nice white wood desk. To give you an idea of what he looks like, the best comparison I can think of is that this guy is a spitting image of Reinhardt from Overwatch. Except that his armor looks way more medieval, and in contrast to the room itself, his armor is primarily silver. Like a very shiny metal that looks like silver. And he is just this giant of a man. You barely get up to like past his knee, and he just has like Saruman white hair, a giant like Santa Claus beard. And now that being said, as you all walk in, you just see him like doing this at his desk. Like, you already get the idea that this guy's not happy right now.
Marcus is just gonna stay near the doorway and just like lean against near the door jam, just kind of cross his arms.
The
like,
doors close behind you, and the force of the door basically pushes you more into the room.
Oh.
Can I just like casually, just like slowly? What is your character name? Marcus. Can I just like slowly point him like he started it?
Volthric slowly lifts his head out from his hands, and he looks at all of you, Count Marcus included. And despite the atmosphere of the room, he actually gives like a little sigh, and he kind of forces a smile. Like, it's the kind of smile you give someone that, like, you had a shitty day, but this
Mondays, huh?
Yeah, Mondays, huh? But this is like the face of someone that you're just still kind of happy to see, but you kind of have to force the smile because your day has been so horrible leading up to this point. That's what he's showing right now. He just...
Bad day, sir?
You quite have no idea. As he slowly, like, leans more on the desk, and he looks at all of you, and he just goes, I take it that you were in the crowd, and you saw what happened.
There we were.
Yes.
I had a feeling that our inability to perfectly protect the city of Lunas from its attack, I knew that there would be consequences, but I did not think that the king would go this far as to basically divide all of our resources in half to the Sanctum. We find ourselves in a position where we are now less able to protect the people that we should be protecting because we work for people who wish to have results now rather than later.
Results of what?
To make sure that people stay alive and protected, and that while they know that this war is going on, it can remain safely in just the back of people's minds and not be a constant worry. But
With all due
unfortunately,
respect, sir, I don't buy that for a second.
and why do you say that?
If they really cared that much, they wouldn't be this militant about trying to take over the Greyblades.
That is actually one of the reasons why I brought you all here. And that's when he eyes Marcus. And you see and you see this giant man just kind of look at you up and down. And that's when he like actually leans down, and Count Marcus, you get a good idea.
He leans up.
Yeah, Count Marcus, you lean up, he looks
Yeah.
down at you. Like, to give you an idea, this guy's basically King Yemma from DBZ. He's that big compared to you.
Mahogany.
Mahogany. And he just goes, I do not know your face. Why do you walk with them?
Everyone confuses me for some of your works here, but in honesty, I'm the one who hired your group. Investigation into the Sanctum. Look, it's a little too convenient that your forces got divided, your resources got cut in half to serve this entity that came, quite frankly, out of nowhere. Call this an internal affairs case, and I just need to outsource a little help.
Interesting. And then Volthric actually, he does something weird. He leans in a little closer, not like right up to Count Marcus, but just a bit closer. And you actually hear Volthric sniff.
Oh.
And he just simply goes, you reek of death.
Oh, fun.
I
Volthric,
didn't think the whiskey in this area was that bad. Jesus.
and with that comment, you actually do see Volthric, like, the side of his mouth just kind of curls into a little smile. And he just goes, yeah, we really need to get some better whiskey in this place. And then he, like, leans back up and he stands up to his full height. Very well. A moment then. And he walks back over to the back of his desk. And you see him pull out a giant piece of parchment. It would be normal sized for him, but for you all, it would be massive. He takes a giant quill and he just starts, like, writing something. You all can't see it because the desk is too large for you all. He's writing. Then you see him, like, slowly, like, pull his hand up from the desk, and you see the page, like, levitate, and some sparkles, like, happen around it, and then the page, shook, suddenly shrinks into, like, a normal 8x11, like, size. And then pushing his hand over, the page slowly flutters over to Count Marcus's hands. Count Marcus, you grab it. What you're holding, and what Volthric says, very well. Then we shall make this official then. What you hold there is an official Greyblade sanctioned contract. A red mark contract. Like you've had before. All you must do is sign it, and thus this will be official. If you are going to hire my team, this will be assurance, so to speak, that you are indeed hiring them for the right purposes.
Quick question for this, sir. Does this stay within the Grey Blades, or does our other half get a record of this?
This is a red mark contract. Those come directly from me. You do not need to worry about anyone else knowing about these. They only go...
Marcus looks around at Marcus looks around his desk looking for that ink and quill.
Volthric just kind of like gestures over to the diamond table, which is between the desk and the normal-sized giant sofa, which basically looks like the casting couch. Apparently, we're going with that canon now because of all of you pervs. And
You're the one that made it to casting couch.
And you just see right there on the coffee table an ink and quill. Like it was just there.
Can we make it official that the casting couch is where Volfric has all of the people sign his deals?
Fine.
Now it is.
Right here, Brett.
He looks up. So Marcus looks up at Volthric. You don't know me. That's all right. But I know you. I know your reputation.
That's all right.
Volthric.
All right.
Everything's all right.
Oh my God, Count Marcus is Matthew McConaughey.
I got pulled back voice a little bit here to get my mechanic. I growled down a little more for Marcus.
Volthric actually just kind of chuckles as he just kind of leans in on the desk and he just says, "You do not know half of the things that you are in store for, child."
Oh, buddy.
And here I was just gonna say this office isn't fitting for a man like you. If they're gonna cut your budget, I suggest letting some budget off the paint job. You're a warrior. I get it. We add dust coming 2 steps in this damn place. Nonetheless. And just he shuts himself up, walks over.
Signs his name.
Count Marcus Adamar of
Very well. Now, someone from the group here, sign your name.
I'll do it.
All right. He gestures to the ink and quill for Pelostris.
And I sign it.
All right.
Marcus extends a hand.
What?
He extends his hand.
Extends his hand to you.
And I shake it back, yeah.
At the moment of the handshake, the paper, with some little magical lights, flutters off of the table and instantly shoots back to Volthric's hand. And he just sets it back down on his desk. Very well. With this contract, Group D is now officially in the employ of Count Marcus Adamar. Find out what is going on, and if you have any information, bring it back here. Do not speak to anyone.
No intentions, sir.
My lips are sealed.
Volthric just kind of looks over at Coco and just goes, "You can simply just turn off your lips."
It's a turn of phrase.
Okay. Mistral wanted to say something.
Oh, yes, Mistral.
Making a really bad joke. Can I tell my griffin at least?
Volthric just kind of goes, "You're the one with the griffin?"
I miss a lot when you guys go on missions.
Are you surprised, sir?
Oh.
Actually, quite impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wanted a giant dog, but that didn't happen. So.
Hey, anything can happen. We don't know where the story's going. And that's mostly because of you all.
Even though in this world, I do want to reiterate that animals are kind of rare because they're all savage.
No, they're not rare. They're just...
I mean,
they just hate you.
Rare to have a pet is what I'm saying.
They're not rare, they just hate.
Don't take my puppy.
It's rare
Puppy.
to have a
Puppy.
pet.
Anywho.
Anyway.
Volthric just kind of like chuckles a little bit and he just goes, "That will be all. Dismissed." And the giant doors just open automatically behind you all.
Marcus does slowly bow. Pleasure, Lord Volthric. And turns away.
Bye.
So do all of you exit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Goodbye, sir.
Say bye. Bye.
Kira, you okay?
Yeah, I'm looking at this one because I know he's doing something.
I'll be the last one out.
Oh.
And as I walk out, I'll give Volthric a little thumbs up to walk out.
Water.
Why do I feel like
Water
everyone's
tribe,
walking
exactly.
out and Atarax is just like,
no.
It's going great. It's going great.
Gonna be a
And as Atarax rejoins, it just cuts to Coco saying, and that's when I said, that's not a llama, that's my wife.
somehow down the hall, someone opens up their door and throws a tomato at Coco's face.
I deserve that.
No, you're a robot, so you need to say, like, in the future, comedy will be randomly generated. So.
In the future, comedy will be randomly generated.
I was about to say, you got those fancy systems and magical arcana robotics. Can you install a laugh track?
Yeah, I know.
Might help you out.
That is a good idea. And he just pulls out a little notepad and just writes out.
Troy, what have you done? What have you done, Troy?
So some chaos.
Put his head in the game.
I have a very limited time in this game. I sowed some chaos.
Oh no. So, with that being said, for the sake of expediency, we'll say that after exiting Volthric's office as a party, you all make your way back down to the mezzanine tavern of headquarters to discuss your next move. So with that being said, at this time now, you guys, basically until you figure out your next plan, you are now free to have your own little interactions. You can go about the city to possibly do some shopping or to do some other things and such. That being said, though, you guys do need to... Izzy Cosplays is hosting us. Thank you, Izzy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know her. She's so nice. Wow.
Yeah, isn't she so cool? I heard she streams every once in a while.
So pretty.
She does stream every once in a while.
So you know what? That's a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Anywho, just
mechanics question, DM. I know we were a bit arbitrary on Marcus's budget and funds. Would he theoretically have, since he's probably not going to be staying in the headquarters, would he theoretically have enough money to buy like luxurious in-rooms for everyone during his stay?
Wait, what?
Like, y'all actually stay here? Barracks?
Damn, bitch, you live like this?
Does Marcus have enough for a penthouse rental?
Troy,
Aren't you a count?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we were a bit arbitrary on like I brought enough gold for the plot.
Oh, okay.
How much more gold?
Plot money.
Better plot armor.
Because of what we discussed, like in previous meetings and such, I will say that. I will say that yes, you do have enough. That being said, though, Liam is right. The headquarters of the barracks do provide basically free complimentary housing for the Greyblades. But the problem is that you do have to be a Greyblade.
Well then. I don't think Marcus has checked in yet.
I think it's time to go visit my girlfriend then.
Oh!
All right. So, Polo is off to visit the lovely Anne-Marie.
Well, I think, like, should Marcus come with me? Maybe Anne-Marie could help.
With
getting signed in.
Oh, okay.
No. It's all right. It's all right. Y'all don't have to.
I totally misunderstood that.
No. All right. The casting couch joke kind of leaked over.
Yeah, it did.
No. You know what? I feel like I'm gonna be have an extended stay here for a little bit. Why don't I check into an inn? I'm sure there's a luxurious penthouse suite somewhere. We can relax in between our investigation. You guys are more than welcome to stay over at my spot if you need to get a change of pace from the barracks. There's more than enough room. We could freaking party all night, investigate every day.
Oh god, I would love to do a D&D one shot of Song of the Wilds. That's basically The Hangover.
One of us would have to be
She's a
missing.
nice lady.
One of us would have to be missing, and then every one of us would have the care to look for him.
That honestly sounds more like a Team Alpha thing than a Team B thing.
That does sound more like a Team Alpha thing.
Yeah.
In role-playing with with Troy for too long as Mathis. That just party.
Yeah, Matthias, yeah.
He's right there.
Maddie,
Maddie
Maddie rolling.
Fun fact, basically the majority of the people in this campaign are all part of the Demi-Hero roleplay tag on Discord.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
Which is
god, we all are.
Yeah. We're all in here some form or another. Anywho.
Yeah.
All right. So Count Marcus is basically saying that he can get like a very nice, lavish rooms for everyone if you want to have a little change of place to where you normally stay.
Big penthouse, multiple rooms, bigger beds, big couch, all the alcohol you want. On me.
I am fine. Thank you for the offer, though. My workshop is here.
It could be fun.
Touche.
I'm not currently sleeping in an alley or a barn, so whatever's good for me.
Aww.
I look
think-
at Oreos
So sad.
and I hold his hand and I'm just like, oh honey.
Arios, the
I'm
hand
about to
is
spoil this
warm
kid.
and loving, and
I am about to spoil this kid.
And velvety and
velvety.
And I whisper in Arios' ear because I feel like I have to. And plus, we can share a room.
oh.
And Ayub?
Oh.
You know what?
Why are you guys so shocked about this?
Anyone else want in on this? Anyone else want in on this?
And might as well.
After I was hanging out, fallback spot, potential party every night. Who else wants in on this? It's on me.
I got wrecked in bed by a halfling, and you guys are still getting gooey-eyed over Arios.
Oreos and Davina. That's not a new romance, y'all.
Yeah.
Stop.
Fall back. Anyone else? Last call for alcohol.
I actually do think I need to go visit my lady, so I'm going to have to pass.
Then I guess we're all gonna
Got
pass.
an invite to like party hard, because Eden will definitely take part of that because he's been stressed.
Okay, so it sounds so far it sounds like everyone but Polo is joining on the penthouse fun.
Polo, you go have fun.
No,
with us.
Coco's not. Coco's sticking to the barracks.
Coco's staying as well. Coco is staying as well. So Polo and Coco. God, that's gonna be confusing.
Bruno, Gogo, Jojo, so.
Jojo.
The demon and the robot. The demon and the robot are staying here, and now
There's two demons, but yeah.
and now it sounds like a buddy cop movie.
That's my favorite radio
Demon and
show,
the
The
Robot.
Demon and the Robot.
Hey, it's Pelostris and the robot coming to you live.
But
Yeah.
Oh God, and he's the sound effect board for everything. Okay.
Get ready
sorry,
to rock. Sorry.
we broke our DM already.
Okay, back on track.
Right. We're an hour in.
Oh, I love you all. Okay, anywho. Okay, so Polo and Coco, you decide to remain here while everyone becomes the lavish guests of Count Marcus Adamar. Count Marcus, I would like you to give me a history check.
Wait, is that a Knight's Tale reference?
Sort of.
Count Adamar?
Yep.
So.
Count
I stole the last name. Yeah, Adamar.
You have
9.
been weighed. You have been measured. You've been found
That's
wanting.
unworthy. I'm gonna use that for a kill line. Just watch. Remind me, guys.
One thing. That's cool.
Okay, so Marcus, what did you roll? What was that? I couldn't hear.
Mighty
9.
9. Big no.
Oh, 9?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So unfortunately, you have been to Acheron before in your life, but you have not been here enough to either both like have this city layout memorized because it's massive.
Yeah.
And while you do have a general idea of where like the high class district is, you haven't been there enough to really know of any like nice hotels that you can take people.
Oh no. Oh shoot.
I did offer to go to Anne Marie and get her advice.
Oh.
Why now?
I don't know if we could detour that by accident, but that'll be considered a retcon.
I think it's a little late now. But...
Yeah, it's a little late now.
Well, how about this? I mean, you could always try to bullshit and deceive everyone, and maybe you'll get lucky.
Can I try to see if everyone get lucky?
Honestly, I'm just interested where this is going.
Good. Because, okay. Well, my deception is 23.
You totally know where there's a hotel in the high class district. You've been
Oh,
there
God.
many times. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now I actually have the fun one to put my money where my mouth is. Shit.
Meanwhile, while you guys are
Alright,
adventuring, we're going to just
Hang on.
we're going to. Oh yes.
I did an insight check.
Even though he didn't tell
I got a 20. I got a 25.
Atarax, you know that Count Marcus is quite possibly full of shit, but at the
Sorry,
same
sir, you want to go this way, don't you?
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything because we don't get out much to just walk around. So fuck it. We're walking around.
That being said, though, in response to that, Atarax, I need you now to roll me a history check.
All right. I think I'm proficient. Oh, I got a 9 too. Son of a bitch.
You don't really know of any other hotels in the high class district either, so for all you know, he could
Like I
be
said, I don't know
telling the
much to
truth.
walk around.
You only know Hotel Mario.
I know he doesn't know where he's going, but I also don't know where I am either.
Hey! When it comes to bullshit, game recognized game.
All right. At this point, he would have to. He would kind of like. Man, I could have sworn it was here. Who can I ask? He's gonna actually have to look now.
Well, before we get to that, I would like to move the camera for a bit over to Polo and Coco. Seeing your group leave the grounds of Greyblade's headquarters and exit into the bumbling crowd of the main plaza that separates the headquarters, the church, and the royal palace. Polo and Coco, you remain at the headquarters. Polo, if you can please give me a perception check.
Oh dear. Okay, sorry. 1 second. I should have it open. No, I don't. Okay, cool. It was still there. Perception. Wherefore perception. All right.
If you're
here
on
we go.
D&D Beyond, it should be all like alphabetized.
21. I got a 21.
21. All right, perfect. You are easily able to pick out like the pink pigtails of Anne Marie, the
Just
half
pigtails? I never noticed that.
Wow.
Okay.
Avoid you. No.
Don't even know your girlfriend. Shaking my head.
the pink pigtails, that is the halfling girl known as Anne Marie, the loving doll face that is the receptionist of the Greyblades headquarters themselves.
This twin tail waifu that basically you've created.
She's basically baby.
God.
Basically.
You put them in the corner. Oh, great.
Anne Marie is oh geez, we're getting a lot of like Twitch notifications. Troy Bushido, oh my god, he's now hosting us.
Oh
I wonder who that guy is.
Yeah, sounds like a tool now.
Right?
Yeah, I hosted earlier as well, and like shared it over like 10 different Discord servers.
How many servers are you in, dude?
He's in quite a lot.
Aside from the obvious ones.
A lot.
Damn.
And I'm an admin in like 8 of them.
Oh, and the Hemington says, please say Anne Marie choose bubblegum.
Might.
Maybe.
You know what? Let me roll for that one. Let me see.
All right.
Roll
meantime, I'll
for
just go
that.
ahead and promote this.
Oh shit!
And
That's a nat 20. So not only does
He's
she
the best bubblegum blower.
Yeah, so not only does she
go ahead, Evan.
She's a kind Veruca.
So not only does she chew bubblegum, but she's a mistress when it comes to making like perfectly formed giant pink bubbles.
Yep.
As she is just being like her normal peppy self as she's just like chewing gum. And then she sees you, Polo, and she just kind of gives you like a little flirty wave and such. It looks like she is still on the clock though, but she is willing to give you like a couple minutes.
Okay. I guess my first question would be, so how's it going around here?
Anne-Marie just kind of like looks to the right and to the left, and she just goes like, "Hey, Artie, I'll be right back." And Artie is finally the name that we have for that.
Artie.
Artie is finally the name that we have for that blue tabaxi, who is also a receptionist for the group, for the desk.
Artie McFly.
Artie McFly, yeah, that it is canon now. Artie McFly, and it's got like some weird pronunciations with like 5 apostrophes and no vowels.
Nobody calls me chicken, okay?
Artie McFly.
McFly!
McFry! Sorry.
The DM gets disadvantage.
Ha! You fucking deserve that, Evan.
Oh, come on. That movie had that racist joke in there long before I was born.
That's true.
Actually, wait. While I'm doing this scene, someone who's not in the scene, look up when Back to the Future Part 2 came out. I'm actually kind of curious.
I was going to say, you might have actually been already born.
I might have been already born,
But-
maybe. Anywho, Anne-Marie kind of walks off out from behind the counter. She just gives Polo like a big old hug and like kisses both of his cheeks. She has to get on her toes though to do it.
1892.
1989.
Not that tall, because
1982. That's what I meant. Same difference.
1989.
89.
82. Yeah,
89.
not 82.
It's not 82. It's 1989 is when Back to the Future 2 came out.
Okay, so I was
Yeah.
That's what I
definitely
meant.
born around then. Anywho,
Yeah, so
Artie, so Artie takes over the desk and is able to handle like both lines. She gives you a big hug and a couple kisses on the cheek, and she just goes, "Things have been really tense around here ever since the announcement that the Sanctum's gonna be moving in on our turf. Like, a lot of people are nervous because not only are we going to be losing resources, we're gonna be losing jobs as well. We don't just get funding from the royalty, but we also get funding from clients as well."
Funding from clients.
And she just kind of gives you a weird
Okay.
look like, "Yeah, people hire us."
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
She just kind of like leans
Uh,
in with a bit of a cut with a smirk and just goes like, "You've been getting into the whiskey, haven't you?"
Actually, no, not tonight.
Ah,
But I am curious. Has anything like this ever happened before for the Greyblades?
And she just shakes her head like, "No, nothing's like this has ever happened before. The Greyblades have always been the ones to do everything."
Hmm. I wish I could learn more about this king and everything else that's going on right now, but
Well, you're
it
always
might be a
welcome
little
to-
too much for.
Well, you're always welcome to check out the library. I know there's a lot of books there about royal records, especially about King Gahoon himself.
Yeah, I might do that.
You know where it is.
So I take it they've got you working double. I take it
Oh,
they're
sorry.
making you work double shifts.
Unfortunately, not only for all of the Greyblades that are getting registered or turning in quests, but a lot that are submitting complaints as well, and a lot of unfortunately disgruntled former clients that are wanting to voice their complaints as well. Things are not looking good.
And I assume the Sanctum isn't hiring more people to help you all out.
The Sanctum, actually, it's very odd. No one really goes to the Sanctum to give them work. I mean, people do, but it's not like the Sanctum listens to them. They don't have a system like ours. They just do things.
I don't like this at all.
Was that wig too much for you, Carly, after a while?
It just gets really tight. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to go check the library.
I gotta get back from behind the desk, but just be safe. And she like puts her hand on your chest and gives you like a little kiss on your nose before she trots back to her spot.
You too, all right?
Yes, baby.
I just have to say, Izzy, are you excited because you won?
Yes, I said, haha, I won.
Yeah, I saw that.
Aha, I won.
Ha ha!
this will probably come off at the break.
Yeah, I feel you.
That being said,
So I guess I'm going to the library. All right.
So while Polo's going to the library, Coco, are you doing anything?
Yeah, Coco's gonna return to his room, which he also has like his little makeshift workshop and all that jazz, and he like does some minor repairs on Goddard, but he setting his stuff down, he pulls up he goes into like his closet and pulls out a little shoebox from behind some clothes, like buried deep in the closet, and he takes out this, he opens it up, and inside is another box, but it's like a ring box, and he opens it up, and inside is just a little silver band, and he takes it out, and it's one of his old party mates' rings that they had before they died, and being he was the only party member left, he basically got it. He said, "Guess it's about time to use this, old friend." He puts it on, and that's my flavor text for getting one of the magic items from getting level 10, because artificers are just a magic item. That's their whole classes. They are the magic item.
I forgot you're an artificer, so this is going to be exciting for you. All right.
And after that, he returns to finishing up some work on his latest project, and that is all for now.
All right.
Nice lore.
We will now move the camera back to Polo. You find yourself in the extensive library and records that is the archives of the Greyblades. And you have been here before one time to look for various other bits and tidbits of information. What information exactly are you looking for?
I guess I'll start with the history of this king.
All right, King Gahoon, the Goliath. Roll me a perception check.
Oh. Alright, perception. Another 21.
Another 21. As it just so happens, that actually happens to be one of the more common subjects that the books in the archives speak about, especially those in like the historical sections. You actually find quite a few books that talk about King Gahoon. As it so happens...
I'll take them all.
All right, you take them all, and you begin to read through them. And because you rolled over a 20, here's what will happen. You read about King Gahoon. Some of the more obvious things. He is a Goliath. He rose to power when the previous king died. And it's also through this that you learn that the system that they have for choosing a king for basically all of civilization, of like actual civilized races, it's kind of a mix between the king has to be decided by popular vote by many of the other like politicians and higher class nobles that are part of the city. It's a mix of that versus...
The Celts did this.
I'm sorry?
The Celts did that.
Yeah, the Celts kind of did something like that. It's a mix of that, and there can actually be like a kind of a competition between the previous king and the person who wants to be the one to essentially take their place after they either...
Wakanda.
Yeah, it's kind of like Wakanda, but just slightly less violent. Like, there's not a lot of fighting, though. As you read through these historical records, there have been events where one king would fight another, and then sometimes the king would lose and either be killed, or they would admit defeat, and they would be basically forced to step down from the throne. To step down willingly...
But Gahoon was just decided...
I'm sorry?
Cahoon was just decided.
Well, as you read on, you realize that Gahoon was one of these kings who apparently stepped in to take over the role of king as the previous one died, according to the records, from illness. It turned out it was a very... It turned out it was a very, like...
Keep going.
It was a very slow-burning illness. Like, it was something that really ailed the previous king for, like, months and months before he finally succumbed and died. I would like you to roll me a secondary perception check.
Okay. I was almost going to ask if an insight check would work, but...
Not so much, because you're not trying... Because you're going through pages of information. You're not necessarily trying to tell if these pages carry false information or not. So this would still be perception.
Okay. Alright. That is an 8.
Well, considering you rolled like over a 20 last time, I will still allow this because pages are pages anyway.
Right.
The details unfortunately do get a little scant, shall we say. While it does say that the previous king died of a long-lasting illness where he finally succumbed, Gahoon was the one who basically said that he would be willing to take over the mantle as king, and he's been ruling for quite a number of years. This guy has been known to have a pretty long lifespan. The truly weird thing that you find in these records is ever since Gahoon rose to power, when he first threw his hat in the ring to be the new king of civilization, he got no opposition.
That reeks of foul play to me, but...
Beyond that, though, you're not really able to find much else. The rest of these records are basically like a biography of Gahoon, and like what his life was like before he rose to become the newly appointed king of civilization.
Is he married?
He is not married, and he has no children.
Okay. And how many years has he been ruling?
If I could have everyone, we're gonna break the immersion here for a moment. If I could have all of you, the players present, give me your average ages, please.
No,
28.
You mean just give us
like
How
our
old are
ages?
your characters? How old are your characters?
Oh,
28.
I think I'm like early 30s.
31.
Hold on.
Then-
I mean, he's the only number funnier than 24. 25.
156 years old.
35.
Polo, I'm sorry. How old are you?
No, that's not how tieflings work. They're aged the same way as humans.
Well, nobody told me that.
Polo's just crotchety and old, but no one.
That's why he's like such a crotchety old man.
A stinging eye dog. That's why he wants an animal.
Nobody told me that
Hey, yo.
tieflings age the same
So,
way.
what I'm hearing is that Anne Marie wants a DILF.
Oh, if anything, he's a gilf.
I was gonna say a
Gil.
guild.
Like, daddy's daddy. Jeez. The daddy of daddies.
Well, I don't know what to change it to, guys. I've already written it, so.
For now,
Probably the 40s. Probably a person in his
Then
40s.
divide it by 2 and just go with that.
Yeah. Got that shit
Divided
right.
by 2.
Divided by 2, so it's like 78 or 68.
Yeah, I was gonna say divide by like 3.
Gil.
probably.
Yeah, divided by 3.
for now, let's not spend too much time doing pointless math here. Let's just say that for now, Polo, you're like late 20s, early 30s.
All right, fine.
Let's just
Well,
say with
Eden
that.
are probably about the same age because Eden's 25.
That being said, the reason why I asked you all this was to know, like, if any of you would have known this. But, Polo, from what you can read, Gahoon has been the king for at least 50 years.
Wow.
So he has been in power for a while.
Is there a picture of him that I can take from when he first became king. I should say that.
You do find. Well, roll me another perception check. Roll me another
Alright.
perception.
All right. 13.
You actually do find a couple, like, what look like smaller paper copies of, like, royal paintings of Gahoon himself. You've seen a couple, like, when he was first appointed, when he still wore what looks like noble's attire. And considering, like, noble's attire, this guy is still a Goliath. So he is huge, he is jacked, he's also completely bald. There is no facial hair like Goliaths are. Despite...
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's basically Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone
With
Cold
no
Steve...
accent, God.
He's Stone Cold Steve Austin with what looks like tribal tattoos on his face.
Oh.
Which is very offsetting considering that he's wearing like very prim and proper... It kind of looks like clothing from Les Miserables. He's
no, Carly.
He's kind of wearing like that kind of high class aesthetic.
A pale Drax in fancy outfits.
A pale Drax in fancy, floofy French outfits. He's got the frill. He's got the little white frill right here. And yet,
and it's one size too small. Like he is like it is stretching.
He's like, I can't move in this.
yeah.
Like can't scratch own ass.
Very careful not to flex, lest
Not
you rip his
Davina.
clothing.
Carly loves Goliath.
Yes, that's why I said no.
No.
That being said, though, you can see in these photos, like, for one, he doesn't look uncomfortable at all. He looks like he's totally rocking it, by the way. But yeah, that being said, pretty much any artistic rendition you see of Volthric, he's in very, like, high-class attire. But beyond that, though, he doesn't really have any other distinguishing... like features or marks on him that seem to separate him from other Goliaths or from any other nobles as well. And yet somehow this guy was able to become the newly appointed king without any opposition.
Okay, one final question, and then I'll let you move on.
Okay.
What was he before he was king?
He was a noble.
Okay.
Really?
He was a noble.
He
wasn't like a priest or anything like that?
No, from what you can tell, from what everything is written inside of these books, this guy has been like high society all his life, or at least that's what the books
Did he
say.
know the Balmaris?
Unfortunately, the books don't talk about that. They just talk about his life, but they don't really talk about any like connections that he's had.
I'm not there. Just
All
for
right.
context, has Davina ever met him?
Roll me a history check.
Plus, I could
Not
just
a
ask
nat
Davina when I
one.
see her again.
Carly,
Carly, relax. I will ask Davina.
You have no idea who he
Yeah,
is.
unfortunately, that's going to be a fun
I don't know
interaction.
him.
Because Davina, unfortunately, you have never met King Gahoon.
The first time you've seen him was just earlier that day.
Evan, do I even need to read? I'm sorry, to roll again for disadvantage because I got a nat 1?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Well,
Your
there you go.
disadvantage will
Wasn't
come
wasted.
next roll.
Oh.
Can I know if I would know him from my past?
We can certainly see. Roll me a history check.
Carly, when I see Davina again, I'll ask her what she knows about him.
And then we'll just roll with that nat 1.
Yeah.
A 19.
I don't have
Oh.
a clue.
So Arius rolled a 19.
Also, Evan. Carly rolled if she knew him, not if she knew about him.
Or met him.
Carly, you do not know King Gahoon. You've only known of him, and you've just heard his name be mentioned in your family. But before today, you have never met the man, nor have you actually ever seen that he was a Goliath.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
Now, that being said, though, Arios, you rolled a 19. I will try not to give too many context spoilers considering your backstory, but I will just say that in many moments in your life when you were with nobles, you have heard that name before.
Was Arios a pool boy?
Mm-mm. Davina knows because they had a mini conversation about it. It was very sweet, actually.
Excuse me,
I can
Davina.
totally see that being Arios.
Excuse me, Davina. I just need to get the leaves out of your pool.
You know, Adulta New would never sleep with a man who wears a thong. I know. I just like watching him clean the filter.
Hey, honey, maybe you should go learn how to clean the pool so we don't have to have him around.
If anybody can name that movie that I just quoted, that's solidifies our friendship.
I know the movie, I just can't think of the name.
I was gonna say I know that line, but I can't think of the name.
Well, in any case,
Legally Blonde.
Oh yes.
Oh my God, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I just watched that recently too. Like legit watched it, not just roleplay watched it, but actually legit
I
watched
remember that scene.
Although I still love that favorite scene of "We can watch Legally Blonde." Are you mocking me?
Love him.
That was stupid.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
adorable.
It was so funny.
And then he actually watched it and he was like, holy shit, what have I been missing all my life?
It's so good.
Obviously.
Anywho. Thank you, Carly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to set
This
up a
this tangent was my fault. I will own up to that. Yes, Mistral, you are muted.
I was waiting until you guys come. Anyway, what can I roll to see if I would know him at all?
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut the rolls here because we need to. Because here's the thing: I shouldn't even have you guys roll because none of you even know what Polo's even doing. You just heard that he's visiting
That's
Anne
on
Marie.
me too. I was curious about it.
I was curious as well, but we gotta put the brakes on this one. Polo. So with all of that information in hand,
I can't take the books, right?
You cannot physically check the books out of the library, but there are places with many stacks of parchment where you can take notes and make copies.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you go right ahead. You're more than welcome to. The copy making section of the libraries is like open for everyone.
All right, then I do that. I just do it with all of them because
Okay.
this is really important and I don't want to miss anything.
Okay, you got like a stack of parchments that's like this thick. Not a heck of a whole lot, but you're able to write a lot on these pages. They're slightly bigger than 8 by 11. All right. Anywho, so with that all being said, before we move the spotlight over to the rest of the party, just getting it on with Count Marcus, we are going to
Beg your pardon?
We are going. Oh, hold on. Yeah, phrasing. Was there something else, Eden?
It's just gonna be like, I'm phrasing.
Okay. Now that being said, we are going to take our break here, and we will come back in about 10 minutes or so. That being said, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in a little bit. We'll get snacks, go to the bathroom and such. We will see you all in a bit.
This has been Demon and the Robot. Coming at you.
Demon and the Robot.
Demon and the Robot. Robot.
and we are back. So once again, everyone, welcome back to From the Break, Chapter 13 of Song of the Wilds. We had a nice little time to get some drinks, go to the bathroom, be all lovey-dovey with each other. It was disgusting. Catch up on some posts and such from all of the Discord servers that we all are in. We all are in the same servers together. How about that? That being said, we will now continue where we left off. So, and by the way, before I forget, unfortunately during the break, Lauren, who plays Coco, our Warforged Artificer, unfortunately had to leave early. So unfortunately, she will not be joining us for the rest of the server, which actually works out perfectly because the entire rest of this session is going to be focused on Count Marcus and the group that he was with. That being said, though, Count Marcus, you find yourself and the party all venturing into the high-class section of the city of Acheron. This place is, it's about 5 in the evening by now. The sun is setting. It's a beautiful sunset. The nightlife of this district is slowly starting to come out and such. People are going to dinner. They're leaving from dinner. It's very much active in this part of the city. That being said, Count Marcus and the rest of the party, what will you all do?
All right. While we're hotel hunting, I say whatever has like a patio or porch out liquor service. Let's just get around and drinks. All right. Now that we got a deal, not y'all officially under employment. I mean, fuck the Sanctum. Let's just page tag that. Fuck the Sanctum. All one word. Why not share round on me? How about that?
It is now canon. Count Marcus invents hashtags.
Hashtag.
Hashtag fuck the Sanctum. Put that in the chat right now.
I'm not here. I'm not there right now, right?
Right now, no. But you can certainly try and find where everyone went if you want to rejoin this part of the...
I'll let you all have your fun for a minute and I'll join later. I'm going to read Comey Can't Communicate.
Which is the most wholesome fucking manga ever.
Yes.
You all need to read it.
I'm about to find out. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
While Marcus is trying to buy everyone drinks, he's also poking, like, quietly asking bartenders and stuff, like, know any good inns around here?
Okay. Considering, Count Marcus, that you already are having that flair of high society that, and especially that you have the name Count, you have the title of Count in your name, I will have you roll me a charisma check with advantage and with your proficiency.
Oh, wow. Okay. Math. Okay, so prof modifier. Where's my proficiency modifier? D&D on, I'm a little new on it. Oh, there it is. Charisma. With advantage?
Yes, with advantage still.
Holy shit. Natural 18 and natural 20.
Woo.
All right. The waiter who has graced your table with a medley of wonderful drinks. No profizzle my dizzle. What the heck, Josh? What is that?
Where is that? Does that Twitch?
No, it's in our server.
Oh Jesus! Naturally.
Go to the general chat in Song of the Wilds general.
Go to the general and say.
Lauren said it. Lauren said she was sorry for having to leave early, so I said, "No problem, dizzle, my
dizzle."
Go, babe.
Yeah.
Go sit in the corner.
Babe.
Go sit in the corner.
Oh! Mia has all the power.
Now count to 1.
I have the power.
Back to the stream.
Okay.
No, yeah, count from 10 to 1 to come back.
Okay, so, using like just your flair of status, this waiter seems to get the idea that, oh, this person that I'm talking to is very important. I should certainly answer his question. And he goes,
Yeah, right.
Monsieur the Eagle. Why am I?
Go
why-
ahead.
You got this. You got this. Come on. Come on.
The hotel that you are looking for is known as the Eagle Eye Inn. It is that building over there, and he points you to this very nice-looking, ivory-looking tower, with like a glass top to it, and he basically tells you that, like, of all the hotels in the high-class district, this is it. Like, this is the place to be. This is the Palmer House of Chicago, if Chicago was Acheron.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, good sir. Tips decently after that.
And he goes like, oh, and then he walks away. You guys all have a medley of drinks before you. Davina's is non-alcoholic.
I'll take your pick, but you know, while we're here, I hate to mix business and fun, but I am having a good time.
That's really interesting that you're an Aasimar, well, half Aasimar, but you drink.
I mean, tastes good, tastes nice. It's not like I
That's
ever
the
get.
half.
It's not like I actually get drunk. It's just, it's
Well,
fun.
okay. It just tastes nasty to me, but that's fine.
Gotta pick it. You gotta get the higher tier of the stuff. I mean, y'all drinking down some of that stuff in the barracks. With all due respect, I was able to clean a rock with it.
With all due respect, Count Marcus, I am basically. What is Davina?
In terms of class or race?
Yeah. Because, like, what was the Balmarises? Were they like.
They weren't technically nobles because they had no official ties to like royalty or anything. They were never given any titles officially, but you could consider the Balmarises in the context of this world as the greatest merchants in all of society, and their main field was textiles. So
Gotcha.
basically, they excelled in cloths and the fashion industry of
Okay.
civilization before Navarth Balmars decided to branch out and actually become a major player in the slave trade.
Got it. Alrighty.
But yeah, you're basically the heiress of Amazon if Amazon was only clothes.
Yes! I'll have you know, Count Marcus, that I am an heiress. So I have had quite fine alcohol. It's just I don't particularly care for it. And was just making a generalization. Or I guess an observation.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I just been around many people who do enjoy their drink, and we all have to have a good time, especially given the job, which I hate to segue into this investigation. Has anyone here heard of the Sanctum prior to today?
I would like you all to roll me history checks.
Ooh.
Except Count Marcus, because he's the one asking the question.
And
Oh
me.
shit! I'm gonna keep that.
And
I got an
you.
18.
Yeah, sorry.
Do I get advantage on this?
Actually, on this one, no. This one, well, actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll make this your advantage roll. So,
You want me to do this with a disadvantage? Because, or were you just kidding?
I was honestly just kidding about that.
Okay. I got a 23.
Okay, 23.
Ooh, Jordan.
9.
I got 12.
9.
9.
9.
99.
Dirty.
Oh, fast stuff. 9.
Dirty,
So,
dirty.
Leah, what did you roll?
Dirty 20.
Oh,
That's my girl.
Dirty.
Oh, that's why you were doing that little dance.
That's what I rolled.
What did you roll?
Nat 20.
A 26.
Oh!
Bubba, what are you gonna roll? What you gonna roll, Bubba?
He's got to make some biscuits.
Yeah. He has a big one.
Oh,
He's-
dirty
he's gotta
20.
make some
Good boy,
biscuits.
Bubba.
Oh.
All right.
I got 23. It's 26, but I'm still proud.
Eden, what did you roll?
12.
12. All right. So, for those of you that rolled above a 10, You realize you have heard the name Sanctum before, but that's it. You just know that there's an organization called the Sanctum. For those of you that happen to roll above a 20, which was a lot more of you than I would have liked, you remember hearing rumors about the Sanctum. The Sanctum is very much another monster-slaying organization, very much like the Greyblades. But while the Greyblades doesn't exactly pick and choose its recruits that they draft, they'll take in anyone who's willing to join. And then, due to special circumstances, they will also just draft people into joining their ranks. Oh, hold on. Lobo Chigo gave us 100 bits.
Thank you, Ruben.
Hey, Ruben, thanks a lot.
Hey, Ruben, thank you.
All right. What you do know is that the Sanctum is very particular about who joins their ranks. The only people that are allowed to join the Sanctum are wizards and sorcerers. Like, you have to be primarily a magic user to even be considered by the Sanctum. And they like to tout themselves by only allowing the cream of the crop to join their ranks. Beyond that, though, they've recently have just been very secretive about their motives. So there actually is not a lot of information about them. In fact, you would learn that this big gesture that they're making of taking over basically half of the war effort against the forces of nature, this is the first time that the Sanctum has ever come out into the light like this. They've normally just been very reclusive of themselves. Beyond that, though, there is, like, no other information about these people.
Hey. Anyone find it kind of funny they come out now? Like right now?
A little bit.
I mean,
Of all times, they could have came out in the beginning of the war. They could have came out in desperate measures. They could have came out. They could have just helped. No, they had to come in and be opportunistic with an upset king.
I think that they came out now because of what happened at Lunas, but I do agree that it is a bit specific or suspicious.
Absolutely. See, prior to hiring y'all, the only idea I had was find an audience with a high commander and use my intuition to fill him out. He glances over at the fellow paladin, just kind of nods like, you know what I mean?
Well, technically, Atarax is a cleric, not a paladin.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so the cleric just kind of nods like.
I mean, they both wear, like, armor, so it's very easy to get the two classes confused.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
think of it this way: paladins are swords, clerics are maces.
Yeah, pretty much. But wait, mechanically speaking, does clerics have divine sense the same as paladins?
Oh. Do they?
You guys are muted, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, I know. I can destroy undead is one of my channel divinities, but beyond detect good and evil, it dispels not naturally, not as a class feature at least.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that you can kind of tell that's like Atarax can kind of tell that's one of Marcus's like innate traits. It's like he could sense undead. He could basically, mechanically speaking, he can. I'm actually just going right to it. Is divine sense. He could sense celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. So, going back in character, my hunch was I was just gonna have him in front of me and kind of get a feel for what they do and how they do it.
Well, you can get them out in the open.
Maybe.
Group D usually takes care of the rest.
That's true. My question is, well, maybe too soon to tell. We haven't seen them out in the open yet. Maybe instead of waiting for them to come out in the open, why don't we actually talk to one, try to find one, see what they're about? Or we could take the research route, because I heard y'all got a library up the wazoo.
We do.
Now it's up to you. Go straight to the horse's mouth or check the accounts.
Mm.
Or if you have a better idea altogether. Look, this is the reason why I hired y'all. I can lend you so much.
Arius, what do you think, Mistral? Eden and Atarax are there too, right?
Yeah, everyone is there except Coco and Bolo.
I was not sure. What do you guys all think?
Do they have a previously established like building or like base or headquarters in the city of Acheron already, or are they kind of just moving in? From
Roll me a history check.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know if I should do that because I rolled a 9, and so I don't even know who they are.
You know, that's fair. You have no clue. For all you know, they could have a building somewhere in Acheron. They could be holed up in the sewers for all you care, or for all you know, you have no clue.
These are some mysterious folk. I think we need to research. I've only just heard of them.
I was gonna say, I mean, we could go around and see if we can find out information.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We could check. We could do one or two things. We could just kind of stick up here, get more drinks, and just go through the rumor mill. Or we could do the more scholar approach.
Okay, can I bring my notes to the group now?
If you can find us.
You find us.
You know what? We'll do that.
I was about to say, does anyone have like a sending ability? Because didn't one of y'all go do the whole book thing?
I did.
He's not there though.
He's not there though.
He's trying to find you right now.
Yeah, so Marcus is trying to like make a point of like, wait, didn't one of us do the research thing already, or is doing the research thing already?
Can I ask one of the townspeople if they saw a goofy group of awkward warriors walk by into a hotel?
You don't even
call
have
it
to,
awkward.
Honestly, you don't have to roll for that because I can tell you right now, this city is a pish posh of like all shapes and sizes, so that is going to be tricky. But here's what I'll have you do. Since this is involving the skill of trying to track something or someone, I am going to have you roll a survival check.
Okay.
I was about to ask if, as a last resort, since that crow familiar came out of nowhere, that's new to me too. I was like, can I send the crow to grab our guy?
Yeah, is this a new thing for you too? I got this white pigeon in it. Shitting grease on my fucking plate.
My brother, yeah.
I rolled a 3.
Wop wop.
We may have the bus out. We may have the bus out the tracker Pokemon.
I mean,
if I could do it.
You know, Mistral has the unforeseen servant. That can go out a little ways to see.
She can.
Does anyone have a sending stone or a sending spell?
Okay, well, we're gonna get to all of you in a moment. You're all talking at the same time.
Sorry.
Polo, with a 4, at least you know that they're somehow in the high-class district of Acheron.
I got a 3.
Same result still. You know that they're in the high-class district, but this place has so many like high-class ritzy hotels and cafes and such, it's very difficult to pinpoint them, so to speak. And unfortunately, the townspeople in this section of the city aren't exactly the nicest bunch because they just see you as a dirty swordsman.
Can I do an intimidation check on one of them?
Okay. You know what? Yeah. Roll me an intimidation check.
Alright.
I know this.
That's a 16.
Okay, that works. You ask your...
I don't like threaten their life. I just get really tough with one of them. So.
You don't pull a Davina and cut off their testicles if they don't talk to you.
No, I don't pull a Mistral. Because remember, Mistral was the one who kept getting all those amazing intimidation checks.
Yeah, that was
true.
Okay, so here's what happens. Polo, you walk up to one of the... Here's how the scene plays out. Polo, you walk up to like a wandering noble and you go like, "Excuse me, kind sir, can you please direct me to if you saw any previous Greyblades, such as myself, who came through here recently?" And this guy
Fuck off.
It kind of something like that. No, but he slides in like a racial slur against tieflings in there somewhere.
Oh jeez.
Like he calls you horn boy or something.
Calls me a whore.
Oh, lucky Eden's not there.
Curly Q.
You didn't want to kill them.
Curly Q.
At that moment, Polo, you're like, okay, we're gonna do it this way then. So you don't outright strangle the guy, but you like take your arm and you press it up against the guy's chest and you pin him to a wall. And you're like, hey, look at me. Look at me, boy. Look at this hunter. Look at me.
I am captain now.
I am the captain now. You see this badge? You see this fucking badge? I protect and serve you.
Be like you when I grow up.
And so you shall. Josh, I love that face. Just like, what did I walk in on? So basically, I'm gonna use a horrible, horrible metaphor, but this is the only one that makes sense. You use like stereotypical policeman intimidation with this guy.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
You say stop resisting as you are punching this guy in like the kidney. No, you don't.
This is more like Training Day police. Like, can't come and
you ain't got shit on me!
Yeah, pretty much.
What are you doing, Josh? It looks
That
like
big.
your hat is like
That big.
trying to eat you.
All right.
Gryffindor!
I knew it! I knew you were gonna say that! Okay, anywho. So,
I'm sorry.
after doing some ample intimidation to this guy, and you're like screaming in this guy's face like, where are they?
Where are they?
He's like, all right. I saw a couple of your kind. Walk that way. They're at
I don't like spam!
I don't like spam! And he directs you to the Golden Hen Tavern, where he last saw some Grey Blades walk by, and they seem to be having a good time there. So, with that information, you release him. You instantly go into nice Polo mode, and you're like, "Thank you, my good sir," and then you walk away like nothing happened.
Oh no.
Yes, Eden.
I was gonna say, excuse me while I try not to laugh. During like the whole conversation within the bar, Eden's already kind of halfway drunk because he's had a bad week.
Okay, you know what, Eden? Roll me a Constitution check.
Okay. Okay. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
4 plus 6.
10.
10. Can't math.
Okay, you
You're
actually
too drunk to math.
you just made it. So 10 was the DC. So you are, if you got below a 10, you would have been completely smashed. But right now you are just,
You're buzzing.
you're at that level of tipsy where you are just like very, very friendly to everyone.
Ah, okay.
Boy.
Davina looks at Eden.
Friendly or friendly?
Yes.
How do you feel
Sweet.
right now?
Not flirting yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Yes.
Yes.
How do you feel right now, Eden?
You know what?
With my hands.
Even that guy over there, just man, he's still my friend.
He's your
It's
friend?
so
That's
soft.
great. We're all friends here.
Oh,
I
Polo,
look at Arios and I go, is that right, Arios? We're all friends here.
Polo walks in and Eden's just like, you are my brother. We have to stick together.
It's all infernal.
Arios, I didn't get an
It's
answer.
all
Are we
infernal.
Well, you are the only ones that know it. So.
Wait, so hold on. Too many
I heard
things are
all
happening
kinds of
at the same
talking
time.
at once.
Yeah, Arios, what did you answer to Davina?
I couldn't hear what Davina said because I heard Davina and Eden and like all at the same time.
Okay,
I
So
said,
so we'll do-
Arios, aren't we all friends here?
Yeah, have a drink.
Yeah, how do you answer that?
are we all like just friends?
No, of course not. I mean, me and you aren't, but everybody else.
loosen up
we
here,
never
kid.
really
Come on. Here we
solidified
go.
that.
Oh, Leah, you just learned what it's like to be a man.
Arios, what do you think of me?
What do you think we
Yeah, I'm
are?
having a drink on that one.
Oh, shit. I'm having PTSD flashbacks at all the times I've had to do that.
I have to take a drink on this one now. I'm a bit.
Just like,
Arios, the answer to that is whatever you think, baby.
Can I just say, I did not expect today's session to go into relationship talk.
No, I
Right?
want to know.
Count Marcus, you are like so weirded out right now. Like, who the
So-
hell
so
did I-
Davina-
No. He's.
All he can see is this giant lady and this tiny little blue man.
Yeah.
He's
So
feeding
wait, no.
drinks. He is
Davina.
such a perpetrator. I'm sorry, enabler. Just
a perpetrator? Please don't be a perpetrator.
enabler, I should say. Yeah.
Davina, excuse me.
Try
Hi.
not how it's supposed to go.
Adamar just looks at Arios going, so what's Snoo Snoo like with this?
Davina
Go ahead.
pulls Arios aside. Wait, so what do you think we are? We've never really talked about that.
I mean,
We jumped on a bed together.
I think, and Arios is just going like bright blue, and he's just like, you're really pretty.
You're so pretty.
Worst answer.
I like the way you shoot star bolts.
Oh. And Davina's like, I mean, do you wanna be together?
Now is not the time to hesitate, Arios.
Yeah,
You
now.
know what, Arios? I will make this easy for you. Arios, I would like you to roll me a straight intelligence check.
You know what's really
God.
funny is that Leah and I previously talked about this in the DM.
Hey, I am
It's
just
not
being
like a
serious
test in
with how
school where you
Arios
can
is.
pre-prepare and forget everything on the day of the test.
I know.
Okay,
You
so,
have the DMs.
so Arios, please roll me a straight intelligence check. A 6. Oh no.
Oh no.
Um,
Also, you just see Arios just.
Arios, you are straight. You don't faint. If you rolled a 1, you would have fainted. But as a
Somebody
6,
get poor Arios a drink.
Arios,
Trying to.
Arios, you find yourself tongue-tied and stuttering as you find yourself lost in Davina's eyes. But because of that distraction, you find yourself like unable to answer her question. And with each passing second, you find yourself getting more and more panicked. This is
It
literally
just so happens that on the table there's a book of How to Pick Up Women by Brent Pronze.
I would
How
just
to
like to
talk
add,
to the
this is
lady.
basically a spitting image of Danny Sexbang in the girl in the music video of I Don't Know What We're Talking About. And,
Yeah.
and
I don't know what we're talking
So Arios is like,
about, and I haven't for a while.
And out of nowhere, Logan pops by Arios and hands him a book that's titled "How to Pick Up Women by Sir Barney Stinson." It just walks away.
Not canon.
Canon, but
Barney
still bad.
Stinson was the pseudonym of Bren Bronsnan. They're the
That's
same
canon.
person.
That's fucking canon. Wait, so to
Yeah, we gotta get back on track here.
Davina looks at Arios and goes, okay.
That's too real.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I want to be.
Oh,
Roll a Constitution check to see if you faint or not.
I mean, honestly, I kind of thought we were, but we never really talked about it.
Could I have been
Arios?
using a deception check to help out Arios or something?
No, Polo's unfortunately not there yet. But here's the thing,
Okay.
Arios.
Hold on,
Can anyone here see what's going on?
No, this is like around the corner. You guys are all
Hold
still
on.
on the main road of the cafe.
Hold on. Arios is a performer. Can he just have a second to take a step back and
Yeah.
Yes, he
himself?
can.
Do a performance check on himself because he needs that right now.
Okay, Arios, you know what? I like where this is going. Arios, roll me a performance check.
So you're gonna be like, can I perform my flute instead?
I shall express my
That's,
feelings for you in song.
This is 24.
Oh!
Wow.
All right, Arios,
That's
with
a
your
game changer.
grand training as a performer, you realize the distinct, subtle, and yet powerful
A powerful marriage.
Do you guys realize
we
how
must
much?
defeat
Is
Dr.
like
Why
going
we
back
walk,
to
man.
We must
together.
defeat
I just have one thing to say. Do you guys realize how much brain power it takes to make the words go?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Arios. Oh boy. Using your extensive training as a performer, you have re-remembered the subtle yet powerful art of faking it till you make it. So you realize that if you don't actually feel confident, you can just pretend to be confident and achieve the same result.
That
So-
he learned
I
from
love
Brent
that.
Pronte.
That he learned from Brent Pronze.
I fucking did.
So,
Brent Pronte's book on how to be a great actor when you're not really a great actor.
Oh.
So, Arios, you take a step back. You turn your back to Davina. You just take a couple deep breaths. You do the whole like, okay. And you imagine like the space around you goes black. A spotlight is on you. and then you dramatically turn to Davina. And somehow a rose is in your mouth. It just manifested in there.
Like Spanish
I
Buzz Lightyear.
love it.
Yeah, he's Spanish Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story 3.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, it's more like in The Mask.
That too.
Yes. So, with this new surge of fake confidence just filling your very being, you look to Davina and you step forward to her. What do you say, Arios?
My lady, I would love to be anything with you that you
Oh.
want to be. And he just takes her hand and he gives her hand a kiss.
Davina, roll a charisma saving throw.
Why?
You'll see why.
All
And
right.
in the meantime, Marcus is at the table with everyone else. Did y'all just hear a microphone drop or something? It was like a thump.
Where did that spotlight come from?
Hold on.
What was that about?
Where's
And
my
you see
charisma?
one of the workers
One?
on the roof of the tavern going, "Sorry, we're trying to get this fixed."
Hold on. Where's my charisma?
Charisma's at
Charlie,
the
did you
top.
roll a 1?
No, I got a 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you just make the DC. If you
Wait,
roll,
wait, let her add. Let her add.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, I got a 10. That
Oh,
was
okay.
me after adding.
Oh, that was
Alright.
with the adding.
Yeah, sorry, I should have been more specific. That's my bad.
Okay, well, if you rolled below a 10, you would have just become like a giggly mess, like a little schoolgirl being told, like, the job.
So I would have been Carly, is what you're saying.
You would have been Carly, yes. Carly would have come out. But here, like, you definitely feel like a flutter in your chest as this boy who was once very shy has suddenly transformed himself into like an absolute Chad of a gentleman before
I've
you.
become a man.
And I look at Arios and I smile and I say, well, I'm glad we're on the same page.
I kind of wanted to see giggly, cutesy Davina, but
I
oh
know,
well.
right? It's like, dang it.
It's a nat ones and that
I
one.
gotta work harder.
And I just Davina pulls him into a hug. and kisses him on the lips.
Oh.
We don't see
On
that.
the cheek.
Just got ripped.
I would just like to add, no one here sees this happening because this is around the corner.
Oh shit.
That being said, though, after you both share your first official kiss as a romantic couple, you join hands and you walk back around the corner to rejoin everyone at the tavern.
Did I gotta find us?
I have a passive inside of 18. What's going on?
Say that again?
I have a passive inside of 18. What's going on?
You see basically like a new couple.
God.
Like
Damn.
something got expressed there, and now the air between the two of them has just become all like warm and fuzzy. It's adorable. Arios is radiating like a pink light for Davina. I don't know why. Annika pokes her head out of the sewers. Hey guys, and Vogel like throws her back down.
Bandit goes, wait, but I wanted to talk about philosophy.
Oh yeah, that scene never happened. Wow, I remember that was like getting like puffed up a bit. Anywho.
And Davina just goes like this.
Yeah,
Put your arm around him.
Oh no, Davina takes it a step further. You put your arm and your wing around him.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's so cute.
Nice to have one of those.
And here's the thing. Now that we both have you like actually like right next to each other, Arios, like compared to Davina, comes right up to Davina's shoulder.
She's boob height.
So Davina is quite literally a head taller than Arios. I've dated tall girls before.
It says the 6'2".
Huh. I think I know who it is, but we're not going to talk about that right
Yeah, no, we're not.
now.
Actually, no, if
Talk
it's
about the
Fox, I
actual
was
show.
actually taller than her.
No, I'm talking about the one before me.
Leedle.
Yep, alright.
Also,
so yeah.
at 6'3", it's really hard to date tall girls. So.
Speaking of which, has your guy found us yet?
Oh, yes, around the same time that Arios and Davina are walking back around the corner with this new, like, fluffy air about them, Polo, you finally make your way back to the tavern of where the group is hanging out right now. And it's very nice here. This is like French cafe kind of style.
And we're here, fucking
Shrinking.
it up. Hey, it found us. Come on in. What the fuck is all that paper on you, man?
This is what we need to know if we're going to be under the control of the, I want to say Senate, the Sanctum. Sanctum.
I am the Senate.
Senate.
All right, hold on. Grab a drink, take a few shots. We gotta check this shit out. Hold on.
Shots.
This paper is not safe.
Shot.
Exactly. This paper is not safe on this floor after the amount of stuff we drank. Go ahead, take a shot, take a few for the road. We gotta check into a hotel or something, or at least
Is
someplace
this not
safe
where
to
we're
look.
staying?
No, the tavern.
No, it's down
the
the
cafe
block,
is just
bruh.
a cafe. The Eagle Eye Hotel is where you're all
Oh.
staying.
Okay.
No, my man. It's on the block. It's on the block. Here,
All
have
right.
a drink.
All right.
You know
Okay,
what? Take the tankard with you.
Time out for a bit. Mistral, you were raising your hand.
Oh, I was just asking if I could have some jam to go.
Yes, you can.
Yay!
You
Tell me.
guys have been big tippers.
Yes.
One.
Tell me. You know, rockets and jam.
All right.
All right. I'll do a shot. Whatever.
Oh,
All right.
what? Why not? I'll do one.
We're all gonna take a shot to your research, to your efforts. We appreciate it. You're a step ahead of us. To you,
Sure.
my man. To you.
All
Right
right.
on.
All of you take a shot. I need you all to roll Constitution checks. Davina, I need you to roll with disadvantage.
Is that okay?
But I'm just taking
Wait,
a shot of
Son
jam.
Wait, hold on. No one say anything. We're gonna go at this one at a time.
Okay.
Eden, what did you roll?
22. I'm still drunk.
You are still drunk, but you are not sloshed yet.
I'm not flirting yet.
Atarax, what did you roll?
I also rolled a 22.
All right, you feel a little like warm and fuzzy on the inside, not enough to really lose your inhibitions, but you're feeling kind of good. Just a slight buzz you got. Polo, what did you roll?
I got a 1.
We'll get to you in a moment.
Right.
Mistral, what did you roll?
I rolled 17.
All right. And now for my 2 favorite people that judging by your faces, I was saving you guys for last. Arios, what did you roll?
6 again.
A 6.
I got a 6 as well.
Okay. All of you guys basically took shots of what is basically this world's version of absinthe.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
For the record, I got an 18.
Arios, Davina, and Polo, you have been hammered.
We got the worm.
You got the worm.
I look at Arios and I say, you know what? Fuck this being together. I fucking love you.
And Ario just goes and jumps into her arms like, oh, my big angel lady. You're so pretty. I
love all you guys.
I love you too.
Polo,
All right, check please. We'll be out of here.
Polo, I would just like to add on the effect that since you rolled a 1, not only are you hammered, but your mouth is completely numb.
Oh, jeez.
Like you have been given all the Novocaine.
Do I have anything?
Do I
have anything for that? Hold on.
I was gonna say I'll go up to each of them and be like, so do you guys not want to be this hammered? Because I can fix that.
So can I.
I actually...
Yo, my man, save your power. Save your power. I think it was my fault. I could pop him.
Oh
Yo, my man.
goodness, like, God.
It's a cafe. There's got to be coffee, right?
Yeah, but it's too late for that. They don't serve coffee until the morning. Right? It's all booze.
Can I pop my dude with a cure disease with my
intoxication's not a disease.
Intoxication is not a disease, dude. So unfortunately, that's not gonna work.
Neutralize a poison affecting the creature.
Alcohol is technically a poison, so you know what? That can work.
All right, I'm popping you 5 HP of my lay on hands. And you just,
but who do you give it to?
On who? I say because Arios is just sitting there cuddling in Davina's arms.
Our big, because I think it was my fault for actually getting him hammered out the gate the moment he saw us.
To be fair, it was 1 shot. How could you have known?
Hey, okay, true, but still, you know what?
This is 1 shot of Acheron absinthe, so it's hard stuff.
I think you're still gonna be drunk, but at least you're gonna be able to talk.
Romulan ale. It's
and
illegal, you know.
And you won't drop the paper. That's a very important part.
Oh God, I remember that.
Yeah. So I hit the 5 HP lay on hands to remove at least enough of it for you to be functional.
All right. So Polo, you find yourself no longer absolutely sloshed, but you are now just a little bit loose and tipsy. Your mouth is still a little numb, though. Not as numb as it was before, but you still kind of lack feeling.
Dear God, what was in that? Oh my God.
It's a good shit, isn't it?
Good shit. I nearly died.
Trust me, you've probably gone through far worse on the battlefield. This is just.
Meanwhile, at this time, Arios and Davina are still like cuddling in each other's arms, doing the Goomba dance from Mario.
Yo, let me get you all to this hotel. That way we can all look at this research while we sober up. How about that?
I think I'd rather battle Voltric than ever do that again.
Fair enough, my man.
All right. So for the sake of expediency, Count Marcus, you are able to somehow corral all of Group D into a single cohesive unit, and you're able to get them checked into the hotel. It's very nice in here. Like, this is definitely a high-class place. I kind of want to know how drunk Davina and Arios react to like this very nice looking hotel.
This place is nice, but my estate's better.
I mean,
Okay, she just goes right to absolutely bashing it. Okay.
I killed my husband for that place, you know.
Are there any paintings that I can paint mustaches on?
My husband was a piece of shit, and I killed him.
He was a piece of shit, and I did kill him. You're right.
Marcus looks at the rest of the group. He's like, "Can you watch these two for me? I'll check us in. Thanks."
Maybe.
I don't want to have to pay for damages.
I won't damage the property. We're nice.
But
people.
mustaches on paintings and they damage the property.
Okay, I promise you, he's not going to.
Why do I suddenly imagine Arios in like a purple suit with a bunch of thugs going, "Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds," and then one of them just starts a stereo.
Prince, gotta love Prince more than life itself.
No, Arios is at the point where he's gonna drop trow and just be like, "Pudding!"
Pudding!
We're in trouble.
Oh, jeez.
I gotta pay that one off quick before we get kicked out.
All right, you are Count Marcus. If you could somehow, Count Marcus, if you could please roll for me a charisma check.
Straight up. All right. 15 plus. Straight charisma.
Straight charisma.
16.
Can I just say how cool it is when cosplayers use my audio?
I love that.
16 if it's straight charisma.
16. All right, awesome. So you are successfully able to keep everyone in a single group. If you got below a 10, Davina and Arios would have wandered off.
Fair enough. Okay, let's just get them through the double doors into the fucking penthouse.
Okay, you check in.
Streaking! Let's go streaking!
Okay.
No, not yet.
I don't want to know this.
Count Marcus, you are given like a set of 3 little golden keys. You are taken to the magical lifts that take you up to the penthouse, which is basically the entire top floor of this hotel. They call this place the Dragon Suite.
I thought you were about to say the Dragon's Den. I was about to go, oh my.
So Marcus will pocket one of the keys, toss one to Atarax.
Atarax.
Seems fitting.
Yeah.
All right, who gets a third? It looks at the 2 drunkies. No. Looks at Hangover. No. Madam Mistral, just in case.
Madam Mistral.
Way to work.
Madam.
Who the hell is a madam?
Madam Mistral.
It depends on the context for which you want to
Ma'am,
use.
if you could just be so kind to hang on to this just in case.
Am I still
Help
that
yourself
drunk,
to all the
or did he
alcohol and all
just?
the food.
Am I still that drunk, or did he just call the high elf Madam Mistral?
Yep.
You don't have a madam here. This isn't a whorehouse.
There's some whores in this
Yes,
house.
now.
There's some whores in this house.
I thought they were ho-ho-hos.
They're just like,
They're my
Merry
Merry Christmas!
ho-hos.
It's the Christmas episode.
Oh, wait.
They're
Gotta
dying.
go. Bye. Logan pieces out. Fuck you, no.
I'm gonna.
That was Beastman.
You know what, Josh? That would have been 100% better if you like legitimately disappeared from the screen when you did that.
Fuck you, no.
Anywho, so you all successfully check into the Dragon Suite of the Eagle Eye Hotel, and it is nice in here. We're talking, this is a suite, so there are multiple bedrooms, massive living room, a nice like middle of the room fireplace.
Do you have a
Yes, Eden.
You could say the only thing I can equate it to is Demi Hero. So.
Yep.
oh,
They're
Matthias'
twins.
I have, like,
penthouse. Yeah, move on back.
I have something really funny to say.
Oh dear.
Davina looks at Count Marcus and goes, "Did you say this was the Dragon Suite?"
What do they call it?
I go up to Atarax. Dude, this is your house.
1, Davina, you're fucking trashed. 2, I could not afford this for a day. Like, but it's nice. This is the nicest place I've ever been besides your house. So
3. Oh shit! This is my house.
Arios just pops in like, Datarax.
oh god,
Language.
I never knew my dad.
I never knew my father.
Oh, and then Davina just pulls Ariel. It's okay. I never knew.
Are you both crying now?
Since I was 8, and then I got taken away.
They've gotten to that stage of drunkenness where now they'll cry over anything.
I'm getting 2 big goblets of water for them.
Yes.
I sure as shit hopeful for
I think maybe now's the time. If you could do me a favor, bring out your research and put it on the biggest table we can find. It's either gonna be like a dining room table or a giant coffee table, or whatever we can find.
Can we do this tomorrow? I really did not expect this to be the night.
I got more juice if you need more relief. I got more.
Can I have some of that juice?
Yeah,
Actually,
give me
yes.
more. Give me more.
Juice them up.
All right. First off,
If we're gonna do
yes,
this,
you
I need
can,
to
my
sober up.
lady. Yes, you can, my lady. He holds like the 2 cheeks, and hits and lay on hands. You sober her up. There goes 5 more HP of lay on hands.
Touch me.
Don't touch me, motherfucker. Get out.
Don't lay on hands for a reason, genius.
I know.
All right, juice.
Wait,
juice
hold on.
and,
Eden wants to say something. What is that?
I'm sorry.
Like as soon as they got in, Eden wanders off to like the master bedroom.
Oh. Oh, there goes my possible brother.
He just like walked away. They don't know where he went.
I know.
And then,
Puppy dogs. You guys are ridiculous.
You don't.
who else needs a little bit?
I do. I gotta tell you all this stuff.
Oh,
So
here you
I
go.
definitely need it.
Draining 5 more on you. All
Okay,
right.
so
Thank
Polo, because you are now being cured of your drunken condition, if you can please roll me a Constitution check.
Constitution
Oh,
check.
no.
Count Marcus, what the hell did you give me?
Actually, you know what? No, Davina, I need you to roll me Constitution as well.
Okay.
Oh no, hangovers.
Oh, shit, that's a good roll. All right, what's my constitution?
You said a Constitution saving throw?
No, check.
I got a 17.
All right.
Check.
Baby, I got a 17.
Okay, Polo, what did you roll?
I rolled a 0.
Gods be damned.
You have a -1.
You have a
Yeah.
-1 to Constitution?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Bitch.
Well, Davina, you sober up quite smoothly, and you also are able to remember everything that happened while you were drunk, including some of the
I had a
happier
good time.
moments.
I'm not mad about it, but what did you give me, Mr. Marcus?
It's called Quaaludes.
Mr. Marcus, that's cute.
Polo, on the other hand, this cure that you were given does work, but it basically makes you have to go through the entire alcohol recovery process in the span of 5 seconds. So
no.
all of the potency of the hangover assaults you in like the span of 5 seconds. So for 5 seconds, your head is in absolute agony. And then you're fine.
Oh God.
I thought he was gonna vomit.
I am never drinking with you again. Never.
Yeah, Count Marcus.
Next time you call the alcohol, man. I think I took you from a 3 to a 10 damn quick.
Yes.
I
Like a
don't
0 to 100, but like I said. All
Meanwhile,
right.
meanwhile, Arios is still hammered. He's still
Oh, no,
he's still
Look
fighting.
at Arios.
Arios can stay hammered.
Arios can stay literally hammered. Yeah.
I look at Count Marcus and I say, that's why I don't drink.
He needs some liquid courage to be able to handle Davina anyway. So.
Yeah, let's. He looks like he's having a good time. Let's.
Yeah, Arios
no
is
harm
doing
done.
that whole like I just confessed to my girl and it worked dance.
He's doing like the baby Groot in the little potted plant. Just
Homeboy still looks like he's on cloud nine. I'm not gonna mess with that.
And it's going, I made a confession today, and I'm gonna get Snoo.
All right.
All right. So, what you guys are doing?
All right.
All right, bust out the research. Show us what you got. Can't get anyone else anything. Mr. Eden, Mr. Atarax.
I'm not there.
Mr.
Yeah, Eden just went to bed.
Eden
just went
beelined
to
it to
bed.
the bedroom.
Hey, wait, Eden.
Off the bed.
Yo, Mr. Eden, where you at?
Planning. I'm
Yo,
gonna
Mr.
go,
White.
I'm gonna go grab him. Walk into the room.
You're okay.
Is passed out.
Eden, do you wanna make a plan? Come on and catch these hands.
Just deck Eden right in the face away
I
from
knock on Eden's door and I say, Eden, I know you're probably sleeping, but we're planning. You might want to hear this.
Nothing.
This slightly opens the door. No.
Yeah. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
All right, well, I guess.
Okay, bye.
Leave the door open so we can hear us.
That might not be until tomorrow.
All right.
Fair enough.
You just walked off. So.
Okay, well, Eden, we have, has anybody seen Coco?
Coco's
Did he
still
say
at the
it was-
headquarters.
He was still back at
Didn't-
headquarters.
He mentioned something to be about like something like a workshop. He said before he left.
The body man, the bot man had to take care of the robo.
He's metal man needs metal work. Got it. All right.
You're doing great, sweetie.
And Ario's just like lays down in the middle of the floor.
All right. I don't think we're gonna plan till tomorrow, Count Marcus.
You sure about that? Capilla, how you feeling, man?
Well, aside from the hell I just
Davina picks up Arios and goes, I'm gonna take this one to bed.
Yeah, you
I
are.
bet you are.
Yeah, you are.
Stay safe, you two.
Not the master bedroom. I already called dibs.
Eden's in
I'm
there,
just
dude.
thinking
Eden's
of-
Eden's already in there.
Marcus don't know that yet.
Wake up next to Arios.
Marcus don't know that yet. Marcus didn't look into the room yet. He
All
just
right.
says it. He's like,
So are you guys doing your plans now, or you're holding it off for tomorrow morning?
Well, half
I
the
don't-
party just fucked it up and left, so I mean, shit, I guess we gotta wait till tomorrow.
All right.
All
you
right.
guys
I just didn't want Arios to be in the middle of the floor.
Logan just
we
pops
don't-
his head out. Remember to use the lambskin, and it walks away. Safety first, kids.
can I get y'all some water or fruit or tea for the bed?
I think
Y'all
we're
good? Y'all
Thank
good? Y'all good?
All right. So Davina and Arios retire to one of the many different bedrooms in the Dragon Suite. They're all like beautifully lavish bedrooms, and they all have like 4 poster beds. But there is one master bedroom which is like twice as big as all of the others. So Davina,
That's the one that Eden snuck into.
yeah, Eden
Yeah,
snuck
so-
into the master one.
So is
so-
he sleeping there?
Yeah.
Okay, so Marcus is actually just gonna roll the cover over Eden and burrito him, and then throw him off.
You fucker.
Okay,
So-
now hold on. We got to play this out right. So Eden, Arios and Davina, you've retired to your room, so you're doing whatever in there.
Who's to say?
Who's to
Who's
say?
to say?
Who's to say?
So here's the thing. Count Marcus, I would like you to roll a strength check.
Not athletics, just strength.
Just strength.
Oh, but wait, I have a plan.
Oh. Apparently Eden's got a plan. I'm
I
excited.
do have plans if he actually does this.
Plans.
16.
16. All right. Now, Eden, I would like you to roll a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 16.
16. Oh, nope.
What's the...
It's a 1, so 8.
You have unfortunately been successfully burritoed and pushed off the bed.
Do I take damage?
No, you do not. The
Oh.
bed is not that high off the ground.
You better here to do.
The blanket protects you.
And the blanket and the rug underneath protects you. You're good.
It is a very like plush carpeting in this room. So you
Yeah,
take
and-
you barely feel an impact. You just know that you got shoved off the bed.
Motherfucker, that was my bed.
You're still drunk.
Don't matter.
Throws a pillow over.
That's what.
Good night, Master Eden. Talk to you in the morning.
Get you.
Count Marcus just like 5-star like Blair Witch splays on the bed.
Starfish.
Even though this bed is like a double king size, so there's like more than enough room for everyone in the group, he is just like, he has marked his territory here.
I gave the cover away. It's okay, you know. It's like I donated something. To
If that cover
you got the burrito.
bed, that's like a fucking flag.
It is. It is. I mean,
I want to watch that
Marcus ain't
movie
gonna
now.
need it. He's just gonna sleep like this. You don't need a cover. So he'll share.
I want to
Being
watch
shared.
that
How many
movie now.
bedrooms are in this penthouse, Evan?
I'm sorry?
How many?
How many bedrooms in the penthouse? Because if there's not enough, I'll just.
There's like a lot of them. Coincidentally, there's one for each of you, but some of you are sharing rooms apparently.
I claimed it first.
I paid for it.
Roll performance check.
Oh,
I
Leah,
mean,
you wanted
that
to
is
do
one
that?
of her efficiencies. I mean,
Blood
I
has
joked
a
with
blood
her
on her.
earlier about, rolling a sleight of hand check.
Now hold on. Let's actually play this right. Davina, Arios, would this actually be an opportunity for you both to actually solidify something between the two of you?
Do you want to?
I mean...
I'll leave that up to you. I don't care.
You know...
Is that a yeah, no? Or was that a
you know...
All right. Well, if that's the case, now both of you roll performance checks.
Hold on, DM. I have a question about that.
Yes.
Since Arios is technically drunk, would that actually give Arios disadvantage or advantage in this circumstance?
I would
Depends on how
actually
drunk.
honestly have to say that for any other circumstance, it would be disadvantage. But considering that Arios is a bard, I would say advantage.
I got a 9.
Arios, what did you roll?
I'm gonna laugh.
A nat 20.
Despite somehow the obvious difference in height between the two of you, and how Arios is this much smaller, slightly more, still kind of nicely built, but still much thinner person, and Davina is this much more athletically built, muscular Amazon of a woman, and an Aasimar barbarian to boot. Somehow, Arios is the top.
Yeah, it fucking is.
Arios knows precisely what to do and how to do it. That is all we will say on the subject.
He is the tiny titan.
Why
He
am
is
I
the tiny
imagining
titan.
Why am I imagining Arios being the Kevin Hart, in the relationship?
Oh my god! And wait a minute. This is important to me. Does that make Davina the Rock?
Yes.
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 A little heart, a big heart, or a little heart and a big jumps.
But that leaves the real question: does that necessarily mean Arios lasts as long as Kevin Hart? Because Kevin Hart says that it's only going to be a good 30 seconds, but it's going to be the best damn 30 seconds of your life.
Arios,
We will never know.
Arios, roll me Constitution.
Oh my.
I'm actually taking it.
Hey, you're the one. You're the people who ask these questions. We gotta get answers here.
I need to know. I need answers.
Atarax, I'm sorry. I see you shaking your head.
What does an 18 get, Arios?
I'm casting silence on their room.
Are you please? Because I roll a 17 perception off to the side to see if I'd hear it. Can you please?
Unfortunately, that doesn't really work because Atarax rolled an 18 to cast silence on the room. So unfortunately, Count Marcus, you don't hear shit.
No, thank you. No, I'm hoping that.
And Arios, because
my room was right next door. I wasn't fucking having it.
and Arios,
Thank you.
I'm like under the covers like this, like.
And Arios, the only thing I will say on the matter is that you can go for a long ass time. That's it. Moving on. So I'm actually, before we end this and go on for the night, there's three other people that I want to take account of. Because it's like, Count Marcus has taken over the master bedroom. Atarax has taken his room and has...
That's the highest middle finger I've ever seen. Oh my god, that was so... You were just like...
Atarax has taken the room coincidentally right next to Davina.
I didn't want this, but it's what I got.
Atarax has taken his room next to Arios and Davina and was able to successfully cast silence on it. So you have had, like, the most peaceful night ever in your life. And these beds are amazing.
Bless the gods.
I wouldn't know.
Oh!
Eden, there are other rooms.
No, I cleared them first.
I paid for it.
Sleeping drunk on the floor.
Eden, I would like you to successfully roll a dexterity check.
Ah, fuck. Again. That's a 6.
Yeah.
You are still in a burrito.
Staying like that.
You're like tape. It's like tape.
Are you
shit.
restrained?
You are restrained.
I'm doing it despite
Restrained.
of this.
Or you could sneakily try to get back on the bed.
You could.
We will get back to that in a moment. Polo, are you doing anything or are you just going straight to bed?
I'm going straight to bed.
All right. And lastly, Mistral, are you doing anything or are you going straight to bed?
I feel like Mistral was watching everything that happened, just sitting there. She'd be like, yes, please put on a show for me before I go to bed. Watching and Arios and all that.
Yes, that's right, my gestures.
And you got a show.
Yes. And I'm just like, well, now I'm alone. Well, I'll take my jam to bed, I guess.
You go to sleep with a jar of jam in your arms.
I offered tea or something. You know, I was like, "You good? You good?" I'm sorry.
Said I have jam. Who needs tea when you have jam?
You know, as long as you're happy. As long as you're happy.
A drink with, tea is a drink with jam and bread, so.
Oh, it's just jam, no bread.
Do you need bread?
Put
No
your
bread,
hand in
no
the
tea.
jar and
Do you need a
oh.
spoon?
Oh, you just use your tongue and you kind of and it's like eat it. Right
Marcus
on.
sees that and just goes, "Fair enough."
Oh,
well.
That being said, I'm getting notifications whenever someone posts in the campaign server, and I just see all of the art suggestions being posted.
Good lord.
All right. Well, with that being said, Arios, Davina, Count Marcus, Eden, Atarax, Polo, and Mistral, you all finally go to sleep. Some of you are a bit more active before you finally go to sleep. That's all we will say on the subject. That being said, though, during the night...
God, what's happening?
Oh.
We don't just all wake up really happy and like, well rested.
REM sleep.
That being said, in the middle of the night, Atarax.
Oh,
God.
shit.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, you think I forgot about you, bitch?
No.
Atarax, as you are sleeping, you find yourself standing in a black void. And also with you. Huh? What? Huh? What?
What is everybody?
Oh my God.
You're in your
Hello,
armor,
everybody.
you're fully dressed, And for a moment, you don't quite know where you are, but you get the sense that this is not a place to be afraid of.
Oh.
Before you, you see a light. A small white light. And coming towards you is what looks like a pure white dove. The same dove that you saw on the table back at HQ. And before your eyes, that dove turns into a small, blonde-haired girl in a white dress.
Oh, shit.
And you recognize this girl.
Drop to a knee and bow.
All right. She smiles at you and then just gently like a little girl just kind of like pats the top of your head all cutely and such. This little girl is absolute like light and purity incarnate. However, she is not the only presence that you see. You look behind her, and you see, kind of a few feet away, another figure. Very similar to the white-dressed girl before you. From what you can tell, this person is the exact same height, looks to be the exact same age. Roll me a perception check, Atarax.
Is that one? Yeah. Alright, don't fuck me, perception. Oh, I rolled a natural 1. Oh, God.
You see someone there. You see someone there, and the best thing that you can tell is that whatever this small figure is, wears like a black robe. Like, for someone who looks to be just as childlike as this girl before you, who you know who it is, this boy, all you can tell is that it's a boy and they're wearing a black robe.
Is Ishtar still standing there?
Yes, she's still standing there. She just kind of looks over at this other figure. She's still smiling before looking back up at you. And you just get this feeling that this other person is someone that you can trust.
I'll hold my hand out to them, towards them.
The boy does not react. His back is still turned to you. He does not even look at you. Meanwhile, at the exact same time, Marcus, you find yourself in a black void. And this place doesn't seem familiar to you at all, but it seems like a place that you don't need to be afraid of.
He's not even in his armor. He's basically walking around. If he's dressed, it's his pants, his boots, and his duster over a bare chest.
He's walking around in his banana shoes.
Right.
Again with the squeaky shoes.
Must be the chosen one.
Be quiet. I apologize.
I got the high ground.
All right. Before you see a purple light, and it seems to slowly float towards you. And as it gets closer, you see the image of a black crow. This crow then slowly takes the form of what looks like a human child, a boy, dressed in a long, black, very intricate-looking robe. And this boy just kind of looks up at you and smiles. He, too, has pale skin, bright blonde hair, and, like, deep purple eyes.
And Marcus also kneels down.
I'm sorry?
Marcus also kneels down. Not as much to like reverence, but more like how he would kneel to a boy. Like,
okay,
try to get on their level.
Count Marcus, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Let's see if this makes it the difference. 15 plus Perception, you said?
Perception, yes.
23.
23. This is null.
It's good seeing you, Father. I hope I'm doing you proud.
Whoa.
The boy just kind of smiles over at you and gives you a nice little head pat before he then smiles and turns around to look behind him. And before you, Marcus, standing a few feet away, is what looks like a small girl the same age as the boy in a white dress.
You related? Is that family to you?
Null turns back to you and he just simply says, "My sister." And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
My daughter. My sister, my daughter.
Dream for me this session, yay!
Oh, I haven't forgotten you.
Yeah, no dreams for me either.
Rip.
Oh man, that is where we will end tonight's session. Guys, thank you so much for joining this very nice.
Thank you.
Quite, this is a session that we kind of all needed. Still needed some laughs and such, but a lot more interaction and such. We actually got surprisingly a lot done in this session.
Even with the goofy
Some more than others.
We got a little bit of plot forward. It's all good.
Yeah, we got some stuff happening here, and we will learn the consequences of what happens tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for the characters, next week for us most likely. Once again, this episode, like all others, will be put up on my YouTube in the Song of the Wilds playlist. And as always, we will post when the next episode is going to be. Until that time, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I am Evan, and these are all my players. And we will see you all next time. So, bye!
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a beautiful time.